Wachoche ni chama nodian. Muzimu vura huku. Afana wachoka ndeife. Chane sindeife. Adani okudao ndeife. Adani okudao sindeife.
Ndeife.
Komano ya?
Mwakawerenga malemba. Malemba kunena kuti kondana adani anu. Mene muzikondera inu.
In fact, nkani yokhululuka mulungu amagamba apa kwambiri. Kuti ndani wako uzinkhululukira. Fa munthu anafunsa wena kuti ntakuya ati ntomkwira ngangati ndani wa anamuuza mafiga yake imeoneka kuti ndiya plus ya infinity. Meaning kuti you have to forgive forever. So adani wose ani akhululukidwe.
Akhululukire na danana. Koma danake si. Hey, I like the fact that t-shirts are rolling and my numbers in Dojeba. Ababa, my t-shirt ndodi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 abitagare. Wasa my t-shirt 90.
Yeah, so this is a brand, Yodi, is not going to last for too long. We're going to sell a number of limited t-shirts.
Yeah.
So if you want one, this is the best time to order. The numbers will be available on our pages as usual.
Yes, sir. There's one thing I wanted to clear out to the people, more especially the new ones. I mean, mabwira kumene ndikutokozani fa mabwira ndikuonani mulipo ambiri zimo kwambiri malo ndambiri kuno mungateso kwa usaswa chibale ajoine malo akajanda. First of all, and I got akupanga be if you're sitting mango panga my video in the podcast, it's ongoing. Ndem mona ngati tinango panga ina yake nkupozoti basi Myers. We are ongoing. You can check our YouTube. Subscribe there. We are not based on Facebook. It's one of our outlets. Pa TikTok also delete my best omene kuma sound and hakuisa nchito akujera. That's the first thing. Secondly, the whole cast. Mugapita mugaone 100th episode on YouTube. That's where you get to know everybody that works at the podcast. I'm the one and only Brandon Jones. The pepe.
And your very own Hamboras.
On it. Mwaona ntamene wet. Ndemu kamana Hamboras mukupanga mukunena ineyo. Mwina mwake you just mixed up. Learn the language, the vocabulary around here. Ndizambili mupunzira. So just watch a few episodes. Mpeno mbo kodi akamane chakuta kunena chakuta. Ine ni Brandon Benindu. Mukamanyoza Brandon muzika munyoza kandala kaka. Mwambe sasa adana okuda Blake ndokudadi. Komasa wava maglass. Ndele mwangona maglass suri maona ine kapena mwana Blake ya. Komaso juice langa leja. Njimozi rent menen malipira. Mukamate chi juice basop.
Juice leja ziona.
Basop.
Juice leja ziona.
Ase. Mwazo di juice manager kwambo ifala kamene manager. Ndaidi pila menen malipira upload. Namba kwigula September ndamaliza
size yao kunalibe abinalibe mabangitsa ina kana mabomaliza ndrama kuti ande kwatsala iliro
fashion mimi
mina ngabangisa nkona ngadaza khara builder ngadini
ameja ndi fashion be imene jaisunga singa kugwane
good
ndi ushodi wako ungatama kwakwele ikatokala velo ndokuzale bwana
inotusala kwambiri ko ndalali pang'ono sina ndalali kwambiri
nantali bwana hayi ase ndokuzana
ose kuno wantali ndiyeyo
kose kuno wantali ndiyeyo ndi mwina ndi okudaucha so that's that. It's Podcastmalawi, the #1 podcast in Malawi. Tikangati in the land and so much is to one nakuti.
Akamati in the land akutanthauza kuti podcast yaikulu dziko losa Malawi. Ndikadera kena kaika ku Mozambique. Yeah,
you have to get your fingers correctly. Yeah. That's the first thing. Secondly, amene mmona ngati podcast itach for inu mmankhula kwambira Facebook. Mwina muyambise yanu. Pajamati muyambisa. Ndeta tayambani.
Yeah, Komaso, you have to be very patient if you really want to see this die. You really have to be patient because it's not anytime soon.
Why ambila kufandi? Komaso kumapira ambila andu.
Zobe wegas.
Trivia number 2 kuzambia.
In fact, do you know we could do a call to McG one day? There was an offer. We can do a code McG.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I'm in touch with the that Z podcast guys.
Yeah.
We can also make a code to those.
Let's make a
those
call
guys.
as well. Let's create
Alliances. Yeah.
G somebody did tumzile t-shirt mozi.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. But yeah. Anyway, Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
And Bang. Ndagula box. Yeah, blue. Then I decided what color is your flop box?
What color is your Pro Box, man?
Blue.
Yeah. Now you're a top G, man.
That was just bands. But as I was coming, ndagwera taxi. Now munagwera I think munago zomwe zoti taxi ndi awano. Ndasufuna ulibile. Ona? Koma zijama zoma taxi driver mambasana gali moto awendesa ina ncha wina ncha. Nde muntu chanamba kufukuza. Koda driver awo bwanji? Nde muntu ala. Driver ndine. Iyayi. Kama rei mastenanga na basadacha. Ndo mastenanga amadana nazo. Zoti gali moto yazendesa muntu ina. Ona? Ndi ala kwa gali meni. Ona? That's the first thing. Secondly, I think masteniwa anabanga reach out kwa muntu kuda abeze drive. It could be a family friend or a family member as well. Nde nkazucha anazorwa imba phone. Kwata connection ya driver ase. Ndagwa gawo jai ya wangu let's say una maendesa nda ambulance. Ya ambulance ija kwa sakwendesa ndani nda ambulance. Akwendesa nda driver wina. Nde sungalo rere. Akubanga zopusa ndi bitch nika koma nza kwao. I mean it's all right. Kwa mena abangira maseni maziwa ino. Nde mina make simna ndani simna auza nzano. Mwauze arai manigai. Adacha nkwayimbira ambulance akuta. Yeah, ndineo hapa nobita for the night.
Adolo.
Ata kaza mazi ina ndi mombo chamuno tayimbira wauzuti ayankula nenditeyo. Ona? Nde ataxi Honda Freed. Akuti bastena madana nazo.
Koma sema chiteka sorry mami bus drivers.
Yeah, ama sintana. Kwambiri. Ama azisintana ka baza se.
Angana.
Yeah. The mkazi weso uzitolere sipo. You don't know other people.
Someone go snitchers na.
I say. Yeo ama push agenda la kwele ulele. Sina nkaya kwa.
Yeah, kumabe. Akana ngulibira ndaba ndukakilema ku nyumba.
Ukakilema ra. Nalipira yobwele.
Kwa masteni.
This week has been interesting, very interesting in a way that interesting in a disgusting way anyway. Very disgusting.
Are you putting the iPhone kuda twaziona?
As in ena bwino.
Fasi kupita atu pamalonda.
Basi nabanga ndikapanga so remove pa marketplace. Ndo gula ina.
Okay. Yeah. For iPhone si kupita.
Mfuna ipita wana. Very interesting and but before I dove into that, because I want to be somewhere mentally unstable for us to talk about that disgusting part. Chambia you sanglasa ndikasegula Facebook masiku ano. But then I got my jambula. Depend. Now no jambula my celebrity. Alright nuts. I do so jambula nchona kanga. Ndali sama musandusta nchona. Physics yana jambula ndaida ndaba wa jambula African part.
I think the recent one I have seen as well. I don't know I don't know if it is after the African battle or but I've seen Lulu. It was on Lulu's birthday. And I jambula so Lulu and I was a prank and so that was my geek.
How do you look at that? Jambila ndawo jamato jambula.
I think it is very subjective. It's quite confusing because I don't know if he can actually create a proper drawing. I haven't seen what he was doing before, but I've only seen him trend with Zimaujen. It's my parody Zagizama drawing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he can really do a proper drawing.
Kwa ndolo, awandifana zochitika zake ndadaja amazibanga Photoshop ndali yasacha.
KB
man. Big shout out to KB.
Ndio wadada nchukana sama basa ma project ya Photoshop fanda mwani ngorama muona
Amata.
And I think quite holding me so they can have issues with relationships. You can use this guy to have receipts. No, I was actually there. I'll send you a picture. You know?
ase kb ndijambule ndiri ku BICC
umanamari unali ku BICC kukwati ase ndikuza nali konko kali
head of protocol
nali asha kumene kwezi
KB tizijapo 10% idea ndimene
koloka ndala chimene ndiwazere ngati sikamatha kujambula that's my first thought ngati sikamatha kujambula ndikadolo lemonade situation yake
what if atakaudi samatha kujambula ndanangona lazima kujambula zasatha zomwezo
lemonade ndanangona ndijerade ona.
Yeah, but all in all, I think the approach he has taken is in the right,
it's in the right direction.
It's good stuff.
Kind of in direction. Ndawala. Direction olabika. Nothing doing.
Koma the question is, chifukwa chokuti Ryan atsama muika munthu wachinkhongo Italy jani. So it's, to an extent it's like mockery, right? It's funny because you want to laugh. But when I got to call siku mene sana zuke bwino. Right? Ndamujambula.
Yeah.
You just want to
but at the same time, if you are basing your case on emotions, or then after 2 days you are not going to feel the same way. Come on.
Of course.
The next day you're in a good mood and you feel differently.
I get it. But my argument is still the same. You see, in the court is about how did that affect you? Was there consent for that?
But that's just one element of your case.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
I got not say, guys, this is to the best of my ability. This is how I draw.
So the other way, he would be like, what is the benefit? Because him Ryan is getting something out of it. Yeah. Might not be
monetary,
might be the fame and whatever. Yeah. So he would say, this guy is benefiting from me while I'm being hurt. Because we're not going to do Tuji and it's
now you're giving people wrong.
Hey, sorry, Ryan. Sorry, Ryan. Is this Ryan? I don't know. Because the guy who did the studio, the graffiti is Ryan as well. So I hope it's not that Ryan.
We
need to check. Is this the same Ryan?
Yeah. A big shout out to Ryan.
Only know.
Sambwese mavuto, eh?
It's Sambwese mavuto.
Ryan.
Even the Ryan. Yeah. I
say Ryan, no jambule, so I don't know good.
I got jambule before.
Au jambula ni nuyoga.
Yeah, if it's not that no good.
Unde wamfakale mama ligo in terms of uelekezo.
Ligo consequences.
Ndenga series menzo so ndina neso ndasumina kometse tuzimina nasanga. Ngana ngolenga screenshot ya video ndikuseka.
Naona yo ntakamba gwelula ako linake akuti nkamu mwako muli zino linake nasowamo ka
nsanga dziko anthu okay ndiyambe apa ine ndi munthu wankulu guys ina kana fuso kuti Brandon ndwali ndi wankulu guys
what Brandon is ngati
ndikwanisa zaka 30 chaka chino ine si mwana
Ryan ndele limembeni ka iPhone ndifuse Ryan kalala mene pikamene
What number again?
Ryan. Ndafuna kali short Ryan.
We want to make sure if it is not.
Hey, this is
that bad.
Take a body. Okay, we'll check. Put it.
Wasa filo chula maina rula.
Irabwesa zimezo. Chambet.
Taipa chule konko.
If you had a plate or something.
I think.
I'll be busy.
Hajambula ndani ka.
Let me confirm. I have another guy who's connected to him. Really see if we can get him.
Ai wala ko wa ndiga zitu sangala sa.
Dziko lijevele nji.
La manje zim.
Ase Bobo. Bobo. Koda say Ryan amene anaza jambula anaza panga ujeni the graffiti podcast Malawi.
Yes.
Ndi Ryan amene uma jambula zitunzi za ma artist you? Ndi Ryan the same guy. Oh my god. Okay, fine. All right, John. Okay, fine. I say. Ndimuimbiraso. Yeah. This mode.
Ndemwaonatu muntu wokutha wotamata samata wokutha
Amajambula izizi. Okay.
big shout out to Ryan.
Hey, shout out to Nino.
I know, respect the say. Koma say ujambula dano kuda, as I said.
I don't jump like that.
Okay, so this
It's the same guy, bro. It's the same guy.
Okay. Ntuzage.
So,
he called back obviously.
Very good,
We'll talk to him. Yeah, it's coming.
would you say?
Doga.
Would you say okay? Men umabangira coins and zagos. Would you call it also trolling and cyber whatever?
To an extent, that's why I'm saying kuti ama panga ingenji bwanji because anthu ena amapita kumpempa.
Yeah, okay.
Kura jambuli.
Yeah. Don't get us number so. Yeah.
Yeah.
What has happened?
No, muntu wabwino.
Sende waza.
Ara longwenza ba. Ana ipa wapi. Ukumbuka ntaina yako unachosaga buyanga umari ndigwesa.
All over that. It's not worth it.
It is, bro. Ungathukuma room bucket. Ngonjezela.
Get round two.
Coca-Cola.
Not worth it.
Yeah, so you're saying we're taking it, ingatopeza in the cyberbullying. So.
Different angle because people are asking him where's Jambula, so I wanted to talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Kuri ndijana, umaiza kaiteri anju da Jambula.
Kuri if we get it, and we know. I didn't know.
No, but I don't. For example, I Anchona Jakrabu Jambula, even my president said.
Yeah, I'm at home.
Newspaper. So come on, they make jokes over that stuff, and I don't really think it's something that people should really worry about.
Yeah. Right, that is necessary evil.
Big up to Anchona James Kazembo
Machine gonna be. So on the issue of Ojen, cyber issues now, because there's a lot. There's that cyberbullying, pali jina mafabrication ankhani zuti pali bebo or kabena zilipo wano it's not of public interest, also use of hurtful words kudiem watu kwaza maphuzo ubwino wake nose ma IP anu nda kuloza ne bene muli muzingo digla sama ni makwanu.
On social media there's one guy I used to fight with on social media. I didn't know who that boy was. He used to come at me with different opinions over my opinions. We used to fight a lot. His name is Bandi Japani. That boy always has independent opinions and he stand by them. And even like after the saga we have had, he was even standing on his guns on some issues. I'm like, this boy.
What's up with this one?
So anyway, I just want to give a big shout out to Bandi Japani. I don't know your real name, but we follow each other on social media. You are based in Zuzu. Your friends in Zuzu might tell you first that they saw this one first.
Yeah.
But Bensam,
Bandes checks all our episodes.
Yeah.
And I think I have his number.
you have his number.
Wanna talk to Bandi?
Yeah, I should talk to him.
Yeah, Bandi amafuna aragula maujeni mayana. Makamera.
Is it?
No, what do you call these things? Microphone right now.
Oh,
Amboyo aja. So but we had my microphone we still have them. So he was asking whether he can buy for his whatever that you want to do in
Mara msama zozori unokuima maiki mwina 1 or 10.
amo adia zukabwanya ma mic. Bandi. Pachimaka Bandi. Yeah, I'm Bandi from Zuzu XYZ. See what you go.
yeah, it's a youngster.
Youngster, let's call him. If he picks, we lock him. He's calling. A little bit dead. Guys. He's ringing now.
Ana kunzuza meda kuzemisira data.
Alifoja.
Tango mweka.
Oh, Bandi wayankha.
boss.
Bandi Japani. Hello? Hello, Bandi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I say you're live on the podcast. I say there's Bensam here. There's
Iwe Bandi ufane wausitu kwa mbili.
Yeah, amadafaka. Amadafaka.
Inu adano ukuda.
Adani asijuzi.
Ase zabo.
Izabu nomero fada.
Ineni makujenda ndimakujeda baba nde basa instigate ngudi ya uyu ndini namba yake ndingomuimbira basi.
Ababa after zimenza chiti kazijali esameti naye maissues sizingomuimbira phone.
Ndizingomuimbira phone. Ndewe namba yako utaipeza ndeta kuimbira.
Abati tifesa maloso tambi. Ayama tamame yama za kugodela FM.
Oh,
but a shout out.
Ngulile bamaso ngati chani pa Facebook.
But a shout out. So Ben wanted just to send a shout out. Good afana.
Thank you, bro.
Wina wake kunzuzu kuko Bandi but independent opinion. Simfana ora manguda move for ena aka yankula zaku. Nomuza Malawi mu magazi amakapoira maganizidwe. Ngomva kuti kunesa panga ichi kunese ndikomweko. Mfaka Malawi sitima chida kupita ku mipingo.
Nkani ijasa.
People don't think about these things. So yeah, it's very few people that think about this. You're one of them. I say you give it fire.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Ndimauza anthu akuti kalekale iwe ndine ndimakondo kangana pa social media samakhulupirira. But anyway, my guy, I just wanted to give you a big shout out. We appreciate your support. Yeah.
Also see as many as also accept. If you say account kubanga zaboza kuti pasa so fire
Madi bona chimozi.
If you say mangombera manje china chicho sesho yayo.
Waziziwe?
Indeka.
Takupokererani.
Tamuonganya.
Nastampokerera nzuri.
Oh my God, I say big shout out.
Blanche.
Podcastmalawi
Zuzu branch in the middle.
Ufuna pita unzuzu.
Tukwenda kubuya ku branch kunzuzu ya. Tipange plan.
Yeah.
And if we ever come to that side, we're going to make sure you're part of the movement in Zuzu.
It has to be there.
Sure.
That would be highly appreciated, bro.
Yeah.
All right, my guy.
That's a shout out.
Umvereko bebe phone call wanga.
Sharp.
Connecting.
Abwenda.
Do connecting.
Oh, Sophie. Damike bump. Tumeankira bump.
Nda?
Sophie,
you are live on the podcast. You are live on the podcast.
Sophie.
You are live on the podcast, Ababa.
Sophie.
Live on the podcast. Grandma yako titumizi.
Sophie. After nyumba eri njuji jani mwanga ni mwasti. Mdoona ngadi after mtaimba nyumba ndi eri njuji mwasti ntaka wako DM kwa kazi wanga mkudana na Sophie ndukudanda huu. Nungo nendo.
Yeah. Sophie don't want to this can incriminate him.
I want to as my industry as one be sama konda majokes.
I say, hey, drama yako tukutumizia, and we're coming. So the whole team, your podcast is gonna be there. Mazura no listening party. Yeah, listening session. Okay. We're gonna be there. We're gonna support you. You're our brothers. You've been there, so we can't miss that opportunity to be there.
I appreciate it. That's fine. Motivate my guy.
Hey,
Sophie.
All right.
Simufuna nyama ta bageti.
Ahambola sa kuzipereka mwaulele.
All right, cool.
Mwaona ife mndantu habwino. Mwori muntu samu yanke. Tima muyanka nkumuzo titipise. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Now,
unatengera wa don't go best.
Don't go.
Yeah, ndikubwela session hiyo ilipo.
Muntu
wankulu kwambiri. Yeah, so on the same, chifukwa chimene mankhula ndi Bandi was my views about social media and also the cyberbullying and stuff. I don't know. Kodi kunoko Malawi kunoko. Would you say the problem is policing these cyber bullies kapena malamulo athu are not in black and white?
I think malamulo ntainage some abanga enforce, and at the same time, I think the locals don't really understand when it is wrong and when it is right.
Yeah.
Because some of these issues, I think, they can actually be addressed or they can actually be reported. Because at the same time, I think antamena mazitata obeso amazabanga abuse tima the little information that they know. They won't have what to social media. Iyo.
I was abused.
Of course.
I'm being used.
Agango kuya emotionally chanchan. Agango chitisuda manyazi just because winner was right and they were wrong. Bas.
Yeah.
I was the chan. So I think it's a complicated matter which we need to adapt into, I think. Yeah.
Also, I think we should have somebody from Gugu muna magazatu unigire because pali information ya isamabwere chifodi wina gwala right? Pali information ya getu ikwenda ngokhalabo. You know? Now ziyama nauti ukagunda munthu makhala iwewe wapa mlandu chifodi iwewe ndamena ndi mwayi opita ku school ukaphunzira za malamulo apansewo.
Yeah, but my cases, they can be civil, so they can always be taken to police. And in most cases, before they drag you to court, they can sit you down.
Yeah.
They put you all together. They see who's wrong and who's right. They can see. The first step they can do is to make sure mumvane.
Yeah.
And they make you agree.
You have to understand this odi. Zino wabangazo kumalawi sa.
Because times zinado antu ama yambana ifadi sana mvesesa udinzao amapanga zimenezo jifuga jaka. Like in most cases. So when you get to understand your friend's perspective in an issue, you're like, oh, kudinzanga amalankula is jifuga jais. You know, so that's why most of the time it's better to give people the opportunity, the platform to discuss. With a mediator, of course.
Now, I was basing this on the allegations the past few days in the name of confessions. Now, my confessions, I mean, I don't know what the website again. They provide you with a link where you can just type a message. Muthamena wanga ukupasa link yute imampasa ngati message message yaka ndi let's say nendilemba kuma it won't say kuti walemba ndi ndani.
But how do you even define a confession? What's a confession?
Abenepo. Ona so
let's start from there.
Yeah. So titiyambira abenepo kuma no. In the name of these confessions, people know anabwera some allegations and I got akupanga incriminated anthu zinthu zosakhalabo. Akwatchula anthu ena amatenda, you know, akunathula anthu kuti kabanja agwedeze. You know, zinthu zake zoti it's not for us to be discussing, you know? So that's why I was asking Kodi, where's the problem? Kodi muntu wina akazimba bentima mwabanga because singanya muke pano kukaba kunyumba kwa muntu because I know what it is kukaba kunyumba kwa muntu. You know?
It's easy to say things about other people claiming they are true in Malawi because most of the people are good on kinds of defamation. Kinds of kuma figure. Could people just wanna go around let's say 2 million or something like that. And because most of the people that usually do that are going to cover Twitter.
Yeah.
So start a story and because by Twitter people it's easy to hide in RT1112 MW45 But the thing is, most of the cases for me, I feel like our police are not properly trained on this matter because I'm going to tell our police. So police I'm going to waste umuntu. The guys, can you keep it go? So banji mungo tana mungo ambirana. So ntazambe mungo kashi. So mutango pepesa. Antama pepera out onto ama card ndo ojanjira ma social media kumaka filmeja maka pepera. Wada pasa. Sorry. And then it ends. Kuma pafunika muna magese zena many people can be in jail, proper jail no about this. So people will be careful when they are putting Mauchi Nampiri because there were so many things that were said this week. But at the end of the day, you find most of them are just resurrecting just to make them current.
Yeah. So even if it's but my issues we can talk about and andori ndameno ngaruwaziwa waziwa for chabwino line privilege right? It's already out there, everybody's talking about them, and it's not illegal to talk about them. You know. Now, is this I think accessibility in Abanksaso, which is a good thing actually.
Before you stretch that, think about this. Someone creates, for example, a WhatsApp group where people should post issues about other people as anonymous people. And those issues will implicate other people, put other people in trouble. And the person who creates this platform, to me, I feel like should be the first person to answer.
Yeah.
To be
because
you have created a platform where people can just go there freely and
express
and damage other people's images.
Of course, because intent, because if of intent, otherwise someone will say, Nanga, what about Facebook? And what about Twitter? Elon Musk, but it's about intent. And here we're talking about the intent.
This is a WhatsApp group with an administration.
Who knows her? You know, those things.
Montana it's a group minister.
And I don't say who knows her, you know?
Yeah.
Intent imene yoyo ndoti mukumudza munthu iyi.
Yeah.
Ndengati kumudzwa munthu kuli kulakwika. Olakwisa samena kunena kuti ine munthu ndikumudzwa.
All of them will go. Uyo amene ali ndi ujeni the higher punishment will go kwa munthu amene
wasegula
malo moyo.
Like for example, the administrator is the arbiter of the group.
Yeah.
He or she has the ability to block people, remove people, add people, control what is read or unread. I mean, isn't that person who should be responsible?
Yeah, you should be responsible. Kumasa the people that have.
Because you have to be responsible. To begin with, anonymous so long as you just have to be careful what you say.
The first lamulo menali loweza mujen mu constitution ya Malawi, section 35, I think it's still the same. It's about freedom of speech.
Yes.
And that one talks about you have freedom to speak XYZ, but it also talks about the responsibilities. And when it comes to responsibility, Ben is a proponent of that conversation. And to ambili, they don't want to take responsibility.
Yeah.
Sama yamba nkanija abebesa, pamalawi ndepa beba. Abebesa, but they're not sure. Kuchika tempenuka chini miyabwanji. Chika kumenya, what do? They cry. Amalira. People are normally ku polisi kucha. Kupempa ine ndi masiye, ine ndibe ndalama, ine ndibe chakuti, panopa, ine mwaso mwena malavi, ine kuvuti. Hey! People, just because akurani? Avutika because wina wake wapa na ndela.
Flip the script.
Yeah.
Now you become the very person for flipping the script.
Yeah. Okay. You see how the Afna kind of victim.
Yes.
What about yo mukamba intent yo podcasting? Because kuliso ma spaces eno kuti amatola ngo azanthu ena ngukhala mavuto lango lekayo, not the platform.
I think anthu amene nzimene amanena Benuti, the little ngopezoti kubanga misuse. Because if you have the little information, you come and say, you know what, I'm coming with a disclaimer. You know, disclaimer is kubanga apply ku platform osati kwa munthu amene akubwera.
And let me just answer on that one.
Okay.
Leon, the reason ndikuona kuti kumalawi kunoko there's unasamenda olakwa. And timakhala kuti timangopulumuka because of lack of anthu ena akupanga enforce. Komanso foti malamulo kapena justice is expensive.
I think that should be correct.
True.
Yeah? I know that because I've been there.
Yeah, so it's expensive to get justice in Malawi.
Yeah.
Otherwise, platform yokuti mwina mtu anapita and platform ita upanga push nkhani yokuti irooneka. For instance, but nkhani zimakazi zikulu.
Yeah.
How many things have we censored here zimezi tukona kuti zipanga implicate that? We do it. Antona kama kaya nkula zinto zina zake zokuza mwina zokuti kuti if it goes out there you're having a lawsuit and all those things and you want to censor them for the sake of protecting and tamenaj pomwe anthu ena have gone my platform ena ngadi I think True Drink and people spoke about drugs, right?
Yeah.
They tuno nindani which the other lady Zanshale situation manager, I don't know how but they could have handled it better, because at the end of the day you are a carrier of that message. You have to be careful how you as a person or you as a platform will be treated later on. You have to find a way to safeguard yourself. So how do you safeguard yourself? It's a languaging. I don't want to give it out, but it's how you do it.
How you phrase things,
how you phrase things, because these things are crazy when it turns and they can sue everyone. So they can sue the platform pushing it out, and they'll say, "Good, okay, they profited on this matter."
This matter, yeah.
Kanji magamba ija drawing it out, you can profit. Who's profiting? So everyone who's profiting.
And I mean, so I also under that region, yeah.
Yep.
True.
So you have to be careful how when someone is pushing out gender, you're like, okay, fine. Yeah, okay, fine. Because if it is a criminal issue, that's where it comes in.
And like, I think so. I get a lot of messages. People be like, "I said, where is saying already?" So my response time be that. Man, my as brought from my face saying alula. Brought from my face.
But I think I'm sama takusanisa kungalula ndi kulankula the correct information.
Yeah.
Because when you deliver correct information, the idea really is not just kungalula.
No.
It's just you being correct and truthful and delivering facts. Yeah, so it wouldn't really entertain you to come here.
No.
That's not the plan and the idea here.
You know, so I think my platform because of that mentality to ngalula. We now say a platform inage. I'm not candy intent yanga it is ngalula. Then I'll get
and that's a trick. I'll kanga roma zikira nsampaoka.
Yeah.
How you're gonna get yourself in trouble. I'll give you an example. How mena kesi out and your drug could have been handled.
Yeah.
You're talking, okay, what is your relationship with artist X? I'm a jando boa. Angani magot. In fact, some abanga my drugs. Instead of saying, "Ooh, my drugs, hey, mama good," you'd be like, "Okay, fine, let's go back. Do you want to confirm this? Is this something that is the evidence is there? You're doing that deliberate.
Yeah.
And gamba. Nah, then it's an allegation. You have saved
Yourself.
Yeah.
You're no longer part of that issue.
Yeah.
You're no longer part of that
it's the
conversation.
language.
So you have to know what you're doing.
People on podcasting.
I'm teaching you this for free. Make sure you subscribe.
Like and follow. So I think that's that. Because at the end of the day, in as far as we got my podcasters, we are not governed. We owe people that ethical media business. At the end of the day.
As long as your audience is Malawian.
I'm sorry, I just remembered the guy who was saying he went to some institution to have a new name for. I just remember.
It's actually fun.
Get the guy. So, are you done with that one?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Because I have Ryan here. He's
back.
He called back. So let's
try to
call Ryan.
Yeah.
And save him.
Save his bat.
Yeah. Boss.
Yeah.
Zikuenda ba?
Sorry?
Zikuenda.
Kuyenda?
Zikuyenda.
Oh, yeah, zikuyenda.
Bobo, I say you are live on the podcast. It's Podcastmalawi. Kumene unapenda kucha.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Nda tumauza kuti Ryan anapenta kunoko, Ryan ndidole. Fana tambira mafusa. Kuti Ryan koda anapenta umeocha ndani. Azati pentele wife ndeti funa tingokamba zoti iwe ndidolo.
Sure.
Aunama timatsutsana kunoko. Ine ndi mari wesu mata kujambula. Ndati yamati yamata kujambula. Sina nkani naona makadunu majambula aja utalika khosi aja. Ndidala kanga ndi munthu satho jambula ka.
I said, Ryan, nafika pomu impira mpaka na ndani. I've forgotten his name. Your colleague that you came with to do the painting. Tumandani kodisha.
Sorry?
Ndode namuimbira your friend uja munaza penta naye kunoko Ron, yeah. Ndikumfusa ndide, I say, Ryan uyu, wachuka Ryan, atsi yu, Ryan, watu yemweyu. Akuti ndi yemweyu. Ifeta masuka pamene pajamba kampankani. Ili asa mata kupenta, sidolo. Mwina mwake mulibe skill. So, no, we wanted to save you, ababa. Mtu jati ndidolo.
Kwa nga tumato jambula wa jambula deno kuda.
Pamene po. Koma so Ryan.
Yeah.
Kuti munthu unjambule. Chimwachitika ndiyani?
Sorry?
Kuti munthu unjambule pa ngati zimene zimachuka pa social media.
Kuganisa kuti ndijambule uyu kapena pale zomwe ukumatengera.
Okay. Mwani machitika ndizoti balena kumandive kuti ndajambule.
Yeah.
Komano poyambirira zinazi zina kuti nango yamba.
Okay.
kuyambira zino kuti ndinangoyamba
Yeah.
mapanga
Mm.
mangopanga ndotisangalatse
Yeah.
and then napeza kuti namba kulandira mafeedback nakuti anthu zikuwasangalatsa chana continue
Yeah.
then napitirizani
Mpaka na anthu ayambano
pano ndizoona kuti
akumapempha okha.
sorry
Anthu akumapempha okha pano.
yeah sure
Kwa chiyambireni.
Komata se kunoko ndikumbali anthu sakumva ndazimisa ima microphone lulu uja ndi akummenya. Lulu ndi wamalaundi hosi. Akupasa flying kick. Just jokes, bro.
Lulu sanapempha? Lulu sanapempha?
sorry
Lulu sanapempha kuti mujambule yake hapa birthday.
I very generally like birthday present
Birthday celebration.
That was nice. That
That was
I think
nice.
it
So,
was
okay, anthu akapena ayamba kumalipira kuti ndandijambule.
Gaza?
Anthu ayamba kumalipira kuti wajambule.
yeah ndoamba kumalipira
Ase munthu kulipira kuti ubife yonchichi.
ndumango jambula balena
So munthu kumalolera kuti ukulipire iwe komanso ndijambule
Zonyoza.
okay imene ndimapeza kuti ndikumapangira kuti ndikumachaje ndimapeza kuti ndikumatovesa nanga zoti aliyesa akumafuna kujambulidwa like mu inbox mapezana kuti uyu afuna ndijambule
Yeah.
so ndi pamene nangoyika kuna kuti I think
Uzungolipiritsana. Yeah. Komano tamakai iwe meno maneno kuti kuyambira uja mkangopanga out of your own way, right? Palibe awina akamene anabwera kuzakuzala se zimene ndizopusa ndakukwira sungandijambule chonchija.
no
Palibe?
it's just for fun yeah
Okay, madam.
Alright, so
sure.
last question for me. Koma iweyo umata kujambula. Si choncho, utaujambula bwino kwa byamu.
Wambiri.
Zibeje zadala, eh?
Zene zadala. Fa bena maona ngata subata. Mtu mwe sama atari mtu huyo.
Yari wajambula.
Timona ngati ndiwe ukaipazwa nyimbo.
And we dollar say, no. I was telling you that if someone tinampanga entrusted to do this designs ababa, antama kakusila kuti hey, Podcastmalawi anapanga ndani. It's you, so yeah, people will appreciate that.
Zimona ngati za stance what was saying.
Ndatogoza.
The dollar say.
Thanks, sorry.
Yeah. Sikula boma da.
Okay, thanks. Ngati tani tabwere kumene.
Tabwera apapo moyamba kale
kubwera. Mabwera kale. Mulinkati.
Mulintika.
Ndino adani.
Kidaona adani akuda.
All right, my dad. Cheers. Sikula bo.
Thanks.
Yeah. Ndina yake. Kuma good thing kuti nobody has ever come after him. Everybody gets it.
I'm trying to do some feelings and get together. Yeah,
together my feelings.
What go catch our mood
on do? My feelings.
Sungandi game ni choncho ini.
Sungandi game. Ari jumble level son dala wina wake. Ndumuzo.
Zamirandu zamwene antu fedi menda deni mirandu.
Menda olakwa ka. Zibango
ringe. Ava kuno wake kokuti kunali malo ya mbili. Ai, bale wanga. Olo MC waka function iko naozo ndilo ya
mna paligo ina waka ndiwe
ndele unazira
kusanka
wakuti wakuna ma levels ndada manena kuti abantu jewa yanga ndifika ndikaiso ndi bobo fa chili jose pano pa chimene ngakule pano mlandu nditu
ozindikira chisama nditu
ali olo ndanda kupondani mongozi ndizoona be kuti ndikuponda pati fa olo kungokupondani basi
mlandu kono banga notice kuti maloya ndamene sali legless ndilo
kwambiri because they know how they can manipulate.
They know how to maneuver.
Ngati dokotala amaza castle madokotala ambe makhala plane kwambiri.
Dokotala manesi. Ndoncho.
Facts.
Ine I did electrical. Many ndimabangira handle wire.
You know what is a slight it's this close to make a mistake, but you still do it.
Oh, I think
professionally you send it.
Familiarity ndi ngini. Mabuzoti you overlook.
Reckless.
Whatever.
No, tanjinga jama kulusa tinjinga kuma. They know what a slight mistake akwa ndukufa.
No so kulala kwa kufa. Ndina yamwe. Now timakamba za polisi ku cyberbullying kujeni.
Yeah.
Apolisi now ndia kubanga ngini boss. There's a story that was covered on Mibawa TV. They have a segment amatia kangaude. If I'm wrong ndari mundi konzako. But in the segment wala magamba wambiri nkhani zoti zikuchitika anthu ma victims ma circumstances
Yes.
and the end. Now this story says there's one Felix Kachingwe anali mlonda. I'm using anali for the I don't think I'm going to mlonda anytime soon. I'm agreed on Chito, one of these places where into hostel, yeah? Oyoguli Samoa. Hostel wuja, iya anali mlonda. I don't know whether wa masana ni mazulo, komano iya zimajitika hizi zinajitika mazulo. Usiku, anthu anapanga zao zijamisama kama alonda ngapo apanga kampu around the premises. Nkupuzori kuna sabwela ukuba. I'm going to chop it. Matito zake mwatukana pamibao. Chop it. Okay. So, kuna bwela ukuba. Mamwai akuba ajana nkupuzori mafuna atenge zintu. Zintu zimene amatenga was one of the katundu amene amasungidwa panja. For nkati mwabuzori mmodzadza. Maso ndime anapangira kumene koko zimakhala panja ndito. Fota alonda anali alarmed.
Yeah.
Akubacha nathawa. Zinthu sana tenke. Pa protocol magaja anaimbira phone ya bwana. Because menzo amati zimachitika around 2 am. Anaimbira phone ya bwana. Abwana kuna bwera ukuba. Kuma luckily sana bizi. Athawa. Okay bo. Magai muzoyani. Mama musana waduke. Ndidikire ndibwere. Tizaone kuti china chikanchani. Magaja kunaja anadikira alonda mamina abwana anabwera. Abwana anabwera anakaona CCTV nkona da kunabwera di magaya matenge ngini, but because the guys were alert akubana thawa mene nalili mucha. So the boss called the police, the CID. Anabwera kwaonesa so many CCTV janjani nkukamba kama nkhani from the owners wa Malawi, right? Nde abwana hachanauza apolisi koma mwatenge makayo. Nde magadi wanalipo 4 if I'm not mistaken, yeah? Koma analipo angapo. So I'm remembering the number 4. And haja nkwate mwatenge mukabange question. For the anthu zomwezi jazoti akubambira makhauta panga kona even ndi azilonda. So that was his thinking kuti magana anabwera akuzwana ndajani azilonda. Mwatenge mukabange question. So apolisi in his narration ari analudabwa tatenge chifukwa chani because zikuone kuti anthu anabweradi sana bejili chose. Had it been anaba mna mwakedi connection bwezi kuoneka, you know, but he insisted kuti ndikupasani money tatengeni mukapange question. So these people were taken into custody. Apilomene kuja, so inafika no point inoti ayambe kupanga no interrogate mmodzi. Awalisi ata. The first one to be taken was Felix Kachingwe. Anampilisa malura akampanga interrogate. Walo amene muja anamanga unyolo manja ni mieto. Magaja nkotenga no jani zikwanje mkamba kummenya nayo. Bajazimati zikafika povuta amapanga injusi kapeni kenaka kuti ulule. Amba kunguchapa munthu uja wakumfusa. Muja palibe chimene kudziwa anthu situkwadziwa. Kumenya. Nde usilanka munthu akakumenya kuti ukuphupha. Mwangozi anammenya kumoyo. Nkuphulitsa testicle imodzi. Pukala. I'm trying to...
Yes, yabwino.
So amenya mwenaja kwa phulitsa testicle. Adaphulitsa testicle anakomoka amwenaja. Ona? So
I think the amount of pain that is induced after that is more than labor. So that's why mutana fika pokomoka.
Bad nature. But the person ule mwake. Ninkali mbag. Gucci bag. You know? So muntu jana komoka. Akopanga regain consciousness. Amamba abolisa jawugambirana. Yala kwatapa. Abansala wika. Musiye nazuka. One of those things. So you guys you can watch the Mendan, you can watch the whole thing on Mibawe. I'm just rephrasing just for the sake of context. And abuzoti muntu uja anantengera kukambwezesa ku cell, one of the cells. Kumene kuja afuna kukoza magazi, one of those things. Now the person is back home. Yeah? Vuto ndo kuti anavulazidwa kwambiri, not just the testicle. komanso including the testicle. Ndevuto noti wanavulazidwa sangagwireso ntchito. He's a vegetable, you know. Even umene amabwera kuti azampanga interview mo the wife anachita kuti kuntengera kumkhangata kumpanga support pena matani apanga atavala nsalu munthu amamuna, you know. Tikapita ku extracurricular so nde mbola madamu anadandaula
Ako bola sina. Ndimosi kapenosi.
ndimozi komano
Kodase lenjiro vema kani mabadra. Lina longo bangira lobeza nyimbo. Lina loli. Yawa difaraka polisi loli zile. Nyimbo.
inomusaka ani nyimbo zoka kama sakwenda bali nyimuvanga, you know. So yeah, that happened and amayi wanapanga express kuti pakomba nova sitikuja komaso ine sindikuja. Kodi iwe utuluke
Nkhani ndi serious.
Yeah.
Serious man.
So now nkhani and in all essence nkhani ndi ya police brutality, you know. Of course tamva mbali mozi ya mwenewe. We do not know kuti zimene zinachitika koko ndiyani tikatenga nkhani zonse za polisi ndiwo, but all you know brutality ilipo ndito.
Is the guy suing the police?
I think mena mankhuliramo afuna chithandizo. I don't know in what sense.
Because what journalists usually do is they hear the story. Yeah. So you know, Guti, you can get your story solved quickly when it is on social media, right? When there's a public outcry. You know, Guti, when you don't have money, you don't have a say. Most of the times, even justice is expensive for Antamalawi and Darama. So Antama imbira antwaja. Mutuwaga imvankanija. You also think about it. I've ever said here, there was a request a while ago on the podcast that we should investigate the owner of Kalikuti. You know the Kalikuti Hotel?
Yeah, the one in a Piaja.
No, not Kalikuti. Is it Kalikuti or
Yokwa bibi.
no? The guy where Ochuka Andi Minda Alindi Damu Odemaya sana bita kusa.
Oh, Jen, Kajamba.
No, the Kajamba. Kalipani,
sorry, not Kajamba, Kalipani, Mudoa.
What's the name of that guy?
It's Chan Kalipani.
Zombe.
Yes, sorry.
Like a guy, when he saw what the podcast was making it, came and asked, guys, there's a story. There was an alleged issue. What did Montanapa and abuse? Space kwake kuja, and because mutu yondo chuka ndo zivika kama mutu ori ndo kumbali wa my shoes ama mutu ovuta uipo ndani and inkani yake ndi sent all documentation.
Yeah.
So that's what usually happens. Of course, we didn't pursue the story for other reasons, but in that, of course, we never bribed. So that's bottom line, just to clear things. But what usually people do in these situations is that they will get you to tell this story now on camera. Of course, it helps the journalist because the investigation can special cover.
Yeah, special
cover. But so I assume that's what happened. So and there's with public sympathy now he can get what? He can get the justice served for him.
Yeah.
Mwina soma lawyer nake kungodzipereka.
So pro bono.
Khanga dimene ma pro bono mbwerekera.
Pro bono lawyers will come in for him.
So Komano, now how do we police these things? Let's say
how do we police?
Yeah, how do we police the police now? You know? Because antwena kuzunzika kwambiri with the police. There's many, you know, palinkani zambiri mbiri, allegations zambiri mbiri ametakaru kumve. Oh, you want to come in? Yeah. Allegations zambiri timamva our police, but we never see the end of the thing, you know? Kuti nkani inatabwanji, you know? And
I think there have been so many circumstances where the police have gotten away with criminal cases. When they do something wrong, they know how to protect each other.
Yep.
I know there was one time my friend is a soldier who was beat up by the police. Ooh. I don't know how that story ended. I don't want to mention names, but people know that story. I know one time a gym friend, his name is Chikondi, he was killed by a police officer. Shit. I don't know how that shit ended.
Oh, that guy was shot by Gateway?
Gateway.
Yeah.
You
know? So it's...
But we know the rules of engagement.
Yes.
If you don't get to use a gun over someone who doesn't have a weapon, you don't get to use a firearm.
You don't.
So, yeah, I think the guy who did that is walking free. And there's this issue you're talking about. I'm pretty sure it's going to just die out and life goes on.
And then also advantage already names were not mentioned. Sinanga muntu angodigwira. I don't have that, ufulu sora. Kodi mwandigwira inu ndindani. Inu ndandani.
And pali zambiri zinazo ndi ma basics so good I think uschool wo ama aphunzitsa leta ya polisi.
Yeah.
Muntu andrama kama mmanga sinimona maonyolo ndazambiri. Matumbo kudenga. Cause nava zori maonyolo they are used pamene muntu uja kupanga makani yabodi mwagwirana
Magai
pasi chanchani manja kumbuyo ndi kumanga. Koma chezongo bwero zakutenga zichi. Mafuna wala mungorenga na bwino muzibi.
Ale sagwere Yanko, so I think
especially when you're just a suspected.
Everyone is a suspect.
Everyone is a suspect per court.
Per court, yeah. Per court ndimene mabanga imanena kuti uyu ndola kwa kapena naye. So bwana yanko, mafuna mwanke kuti how do you police the police? Okay, let's go.
I think about civic education so that people should know, maybe should be aware of the basic rules. I'm a police, so that when the police are interrogating them, they should know that this is wrong, this is right.
Okay, but now, I think that's right.
Take that back. What did you say?
The people, the ordinary people, the citizens, should have the knowledge about police law, the penal code and everything, so that when a police are calling from the get-go, our manga and everything is good, they should be aware that this is right, this is wrong.
Yeah. Notice.
Let me answer you. You want to go first?
Yeah. So notice in whenever you portray that knowledge of the law,
makes things worse for you.
As compared to
I want to say the same.
Yeah, as compared.
Because what they say is, oh, you want to be a smart ass. Amakuonesa kuti ufuna uzikhala lidolo kuzwa ngini. Amakuonesa na madolo acha.
License yomwe.
But as you said, kuti ndiwe muntu what you're an ordinary person. If you're an ordinary person and you know the law, you're still an ordinary person. The law can just guide, it can just guide you, but you don't really get to use it. But at least you have an idea of how the things work. You still need people in the power to use that, which can be lawyers, in your case, or councils.
Yeah, for enforcement, it's the police. For police is there to enforce the law. Because the lawyers will help in interpreting the law. The judges will pass judgment on whether you are right or wrong. In terms of whether you're a criminal or whatever, and then you are given the sentence, and the police enforce. They come prison wardens and whatever. Those ones now they are custodians of you while you are under
correction.
So I wanted to jump in this matter because matter hii ndio pwede kwambiri, and people say like nobody mwina mwaka kuzapo kantu. People say this because mwina alipa position of privilege. Usana kumane pondi masuchu za wawa. So there are times when umakumanda police aja with an allegation unakuwa kupangira, and before anyone wayankulagena kalikose wamenyedwa.
But in short, we have had people who have served sentences over my cases, or they didn't actually do it. Even my rape cases, and later they realized that, no, it wasn't a rape case. And they've been in prison for 4 years. 4 years, you lose your job.
4 years, 10 years.
You lose your job, you lose your family, you lose everything. And you come back, and all they say is, we apologize, we didn't really know that.
Yeah. I remember there was a story, I think that's last year. It's not last year. I'm in Lokha 27 years. And I 24 years. They're on the 24th. And I was the
wait, there's that story. Yeah, crazy.
It's a sentence.
Yeah.
So to some extent, Anabangabe served the whole thing.
He served then, and again I go back to my apology, whatever. But I wanted to touch on this matter because people take this matter lightly. And when the discussions are there, guys, we need to police the police. Because when you have power, you can do anything. And most of the times, allegedly they could give drama kwa police aja kuti tamu bangeni ngini tamuoneseni. But do you know kuti my interrogation techniques, they are supposed to be approved kuti this is a fair and this is not a fair. And as far as I've heard in Malawi, interrogation yomenya is not on the table. In Malawi, interrogation yomenya muntu ku police is not on the table. I stand to be corrected. So, but
what's the worst you can do if you're not cooperating with the police?
No, there are ways. I'm using ways. But not beating.
Because it has to be,
They will play with your mentor, whatever. They are trained to do that, but not to beat you. because they are beating you. What if you die?
What if you die?
Because it turns, the matter turns. And how many people have died in the hands of
The police.
allegedly?
Yeah.
Because
Pali allegations anachitika abambwena anali kudenza kaya. It happened with this Osana so all I want right? Allegedly. But he was burnt. He had my burns, Jenny, Chan. I don't forgotten the name. All right. So what if muntu amene mumfusa ujete? Because ukamamfusa muntu, it's either obangadi kabenai. Ngati kummenyera nechilungamo, nechilungamo jandi sina bangi.
And mutakwamenya nini kuti muntu tazaba mankuma yatoko yanka kuti just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
Because you're like peri ndikumva pano pa ndika save. Chabwino njani? Ndika save.
I've witnessed my court cases ambire and Tamagolemba statement. I don't know whether it's but in most cases they will just write a statement and when they go to court, I simply say that Kudas and Izunze.
Yeah, it's actually even my lawyer. I've been in my lawyer.
This is a serious one.
I'm ungatwipanga with the draw statement manager.
You can
if you have proof
but
with him.
At the same time, the law says anything you say can be used against you.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if you're drunk, you cannot give out a statement. That's the first thing. Secondly,
if you are in
fear, ngati wewe kunuza sende kumenya then ukuona meno kuonekera kuti adanda ndipweteka
then you're like
unapangadi napanga ona ndesanga kwangovomera iye nchiro yake khayata sutazi kumenya so chifoti wadi nauti napangadi. After that you have to go to court and you go there and tell your lawyer say ine sinapangizi koma kuna bwa Bensam. Then no there
this thing of beating is very important for people to understand. Kuti when you're being caught by police ndoma kumenya ndi mulandu wamuntu amene akumenya because as far as we can be corrected, maybe the police can come through
and say why they beat people,
because you know good, even CIA, FBI akamakhala ndi maujeni ma interrogations out, they're supposed to use some specifics and according to the law, even international law, human rights law, there are some procedures here amene amakanidwa. They're there. They're there. That's why kunja kuno most of the times they have now done itimatiani chama ikambazalaicha where you put zala zako ngoma kufusa mafuso. That detector.
Lie detector.
Yes. So they use that because that one is one of the approved ones. Right? Because it's scientifically proven. To avoid menyi. Koma kunoko we beat each other to a point that people are dead and takuvulala mpaka na mtu muchosa the testicle and that thing goes on like that. So you see the danger now. You saw what happened in Kumangoje when people ganged up against the police. That's what happens when people lose trust.
True.
So when things happen, people have just risen up and they're just fighting the police or whosoever is in power. It starts with all these things. They're always multiplying every time.
We don't trust them.
Think about it. Out of all the body parts on a human being, to be hurt there, it's very difficult.
No, they focus it. You know what kukupana the testicles is one of the things that we have always heard.
Yeah.
But that's what the police do. But it's wrong. Abadama spanner and kumali finya. Bangono.
But it's not
these are the things.
I said, do you know what it's inhuman? Okay, think about it. And don't think about it from a perspective of tikuimvankani. But think about it as your brother. But think about your brother, your sister, your mom, your
and
dad.
Even think about it, you're in a space where boys are roasting each other and they know your condition. How much can they roast you during that time?
You had a ganiza because you are more or less like ndiwe animal ndiwe ngati nkhumba ka uli ngati mbuzi ukugudubuka ndiwe munthu utukoma and you're being beaten ndi chikwanje
chosecho ntchito yanu munagwira kubawa athawa.
I say imagine that. I say
no, let's be honest. There is a reason why he said take these people and interrogate them. No. The first thing he did was go through the CCTV.
Yes.
That was the first thing he did.
No.
He went through the CCTV and he must have seen something that was peculiar.
Which is true. And what enga tukapanga interrogate is very right. In fact, order kauri mulonda sana lagwe, kana even anamanga kumene, kana mpasa mambama nantani, you still have to take the person to court. Ampanga interrogate.
Yeah.
But what interrogation? Amudani mtu huyo.
I think all the best is good, anaona jina zake pa camera baje.
Kuona usaoni.
Order kauri mageza na baada maona. What level of interrogation? Because I say you have unami level ni mpira.
Ina ndikuona ngale bana ura. I say ndugu basaje blow. So
zonna zoti at the end of the day amanena kuti olo criminal ndi
right.
Ndi muntube.
Because in the example of 100% unami yapo mpira. Tawina yake. Unami yapo mpira una kumenya pa mabati lepo tawina yake. Do you know what happens iweyo? Mene mutuma group like darkness.
Yeah, the thing is, I say, as my must boba, hey, penny ale babalibe so in muna banga experience penny yaku ma testicles.
For this one, women are gonna come for. What is that? Come on, that pain is.
It's excruciating, bro.
Hey.
Excruciating.
Kupulika
basi damage.
And I say ningini yokuti it's rare kuti fika kuti mpaka lapulika ase adawa limu.
Zimene mane kuti ola bangozi agali moto.
Even kulimenya
Kuda kuti ukafulale.
Ase lima tawa aro ase lima to lowa mid.
But it's very sensitive, bro. Lima
Ol kukasizira madala ya usama pita.
Sidubanga nazo.
Kama fala jiki.
Bola likale kuti ndira kumanja la kumanzeli makhala likulu konde bola. Aziwekera limene.
Iwe ngini sakuizi wanthu.
Besa lopazi lako la kumanzeli ndira likulu.
So ukuyangana
shawaka pazi lako.
Pazi ura ndira likulu.
Boys yabirika kayanga nawe. Ingabe chika test kubu. Ulimesha.
Komaso tili pomwe wait my guys pali cancer yako ma testicles. Ama nati ndaira yo zingo aseweresa. Ungati kumva mbulu la chitatu. Kutoka kandawili ngati kukumveka mibulu itatu.
Ngati makhanda uleso masewelesa nokha kumauza maya azisewelesa. Mina mugero konchiro makhamu atopa. Sewelesa mabo.
Afrika sima tutoli fae.
Ene.
Dala kamimi ngena kageso. But there's this meme format. Emakha nkazi ni mamuna tima cartoon. Nkazi makha wa kumara nti mamuna wamugwira. Ara you did well but too much teeth. Zino mwana chulutsa.
Too much teeth. Hey guys.
Ma mujebetseko zino.
Yeah man, but I think that's that. Abolis Jonde. We trust you as people amene mmati
Abolis ndabalatu.
Ndabalatu. Komano chibale sijuenda bo.
No, we need to fix it. And there's a lot of conversation that has to be had between the police and the citizen.
Yeah.
And even you remember the story that happened a while ago, 6 July, kana entirety to Udani, koma even pa Bingu Stadium.
Yeah.
Just kungopanga crowd management. Amepeza mtu ina wako wavulala.
Yeah.
Wena wakomoka. And people die allegedly, but these stories amango to hide. For uzinakhala bwanje for yoti muthu wake ka makanika kupanga management mukena kanango vunga tear gas kongwera mmala muthu.
Amene bas. You know, so the worst out I've heard in the allegations of Kaukawe is just man chitigo police in transfer. And I think that's not right. Ngati zili zona. You know? Ndinage you know that bali atu titete zeni ngati tikulakwisa mwina mwake mmayankhulidwe athu.
Yeah, but also we need someone, a human rights activist, just to speak on this. It's very important because the police have to be policed, have to be checked. It's an institution that has to audit police. So we audit the human resource now apolisi takuza nizimene zozo tipange collaborate ino ndife collaboration ichitike amvesere
One. Now, I was looking at Ujen, my industry. There's music industry, the arts industry in general. Yeah? There's the
Film industry.
film industry. There's the money industry. I'm a big portion. The car industry.
Yes.
You know, my industry. I mean,
the artisans. Yeah, the art. Yeah, Raya ni.
yeah, okay. African band.
When I was serious.
Yeah. So in these industries, I've noticed to the camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because when I was in the events industry, yeah, but again I got the Olungabanga approach. They've never helped me to later realize that they don't really fuck with the brand that I'm with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was painful to know. It was something that I learned. You know, the paliso ku music mbalawanga yonda menonga tozwa bwino makampo kumene kujalipanga.
I know my circles I want to really describe them as camps. I just might call them circles.
Circles, yeah.
You can have circles, yeah. For example, the trending one right now, the Mario Bros and the crew, Spay and the crew. Yeah, we can have the landlord and his team going on.
Okay.
In Blantyre, you also have some teams which you cannot really classify them, but we know we crews so go. Yeah.
Most my guys are dancers and my crew house.
I dance on there. My card
Mabilinganya so doing their thing there. Yeah. So I think when people come together and work together, they're able to be more productive than individuals doing stuff.
Yeah.
But we, like from a side, Nango Banga Note, which has always been the case, you know, Maseko Zena Gizima Vuda Kuta Weke so ni Maseko Zena. So it means a certain Seko can be affiliated to maybe certain promoters. A certain Seko can be affiliated to certain promoters. So it means that if Seko A works with the promoter A, it means Seko B it can hardly work with promoter A.
Yeah.
So it means Seko B will have to have maybe promoter B to handle and distribute their business or their products. So I don't know the collaboration.
Okay, so collaboration let's say podcasting. If you're there, boys,
no. Because another issue which I've also experienced myself, like when it came to promoting musicians.
Yeah.
Sign artist, other to promote the artist music.
Yeah.
My goal is to promote the music to the audience.
Yeah.
Not to go against a certain circle.
Yeah, true.
The artist to you at Amvega to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So the moment that person is affiliated or attached to my brand, other brands or other promoters are I have competition. That's how they would look at things. It means if they have a show, they wouldn't want to have my artist on their show because they look at us as competition.
Yeah.
But my goal is to just make sure, there's talent here, but the talent, and who's so involved.
I'm very good.
They also have talent and who's so involved. But they look at me as fana yo I can push. Okay, this away again fana sasundi. But
so in collaboration or lack thereof, party workability. I can't say by name or whatever because nagamba zantu ambili.
Yes.
You know? Do you think that also has an impact on collaborations? Because I think in as far as the whole idea of collaboration, it's a good idea. But then can you just collaborate anyhow?
There's so many aspects to look into, I think, when it comes to collaborations. Pena, like you say, my standards.
Yeah.
For example, Antoine Classic. Classic is a very good artist, but he has got his own standards.
Yeah.
It's difficult for him to just feature with almost anybody, or just because the person is trending.
Yeah.
But when anybody artist they don't care. You're trending, they want to work with you.
Yeah.
Even if the genre is different, they wouldn't mind.
They would try as much as possible.
Yeah. So, Pena Ugamadi, this person is difficult to work with because he has standards. it might look like kuti ukumunia ngati ndongofuta chabe koma you have to appreciate kuti nice amana honest basaka class kuti in class yanga this is my trajectory. Yeah.
Okay, how do we advocate for it?
Because I'm also confused as I'm answering these questions because, for example, if I have a circle that I work with as maybe team A and there's team B, they have got their own circle. If I get to choose to work with team A all through and all out, and I don't really want to work with team B, to me, I can say and justify that I'm being loyal to my team, right?
Yeah, true.
I'm being loyal to my team.
Yeah, you're handling your business within the team. Not loyal per se, but
that's another perspective to
you choose
things,
to work
right?
with these people because you know them.
Yeah.
Loyalty, but wait, because loyalty now it comes in. If I'm saying that I'm loyal to Ben, then it means that I cannot do anything that would hurt you. But me collaborating with Twina doesn't really mean that I'm going to hurt you.
Okay, so what I have gotten over time is people change how they act on certain people.
Yeah.
Just because it's sali muka space kama niko. I'm a believer of collaboration. People have to work together, but we cannot work together. And that's a fact as well. They have to be my units for people to make progress because competition is good.
Yeah.
Competition makes
very true.
Speed makes achieving something worth
even
it.
Evolution in Germany, we know the
competition, right? So I'll tell you, for instance, kuti, let's say Mario Bros, team ya Jina Gwamba, team yourself Blanta, Jina Yanke, and all those guys afuna as we cover most. It might be good, but it's not going to create any vibe of why we have to listen to the different things. Because there's a lot of compromise that happens.
And also you can get too comfortable.
Yeah, get too comfortable.
Very true. Sorry, I'm going to cut you, right?
Yeah.
Well, example, ya boya hip hop, right? I remember there was a video of Gwamba. I think ujana mu studio. Nde ankamuza charisma kuti mwauze mafana atrap kuti ndikubwera ndikuimba nyimbo ina. It was all bands because these people are together, you know? But if it was really charisma still wa Gwamba ndwayeka, charisma ndwayeka. Ndikunena message imeneyo. Ikanapanga create competition to some extent, you know? Because sina nkawe ndwake kale Gwamba katusa nyimbo, charisma hapa ngabe promote because they are the same people. But for charisma to say that to spare, it will mean competition.
Yeah, but we need that competition. Only kuti sometimes people want ngati Malawi kanga ndi antawiri guy. This is 20 million people, guys, right? And but my platform I'm big. No, it's like 20 million people. So for instance, but my platform I'm big. That's why check out my festival I'm big. And I'm talking about I'm festival festival was no guys, we need those ones.
Yeah.
Because the diversity in my jabo, my kind Lego style Makai mods. You know what was happening to that? My artist Makan raw deal because everyone was fighting for that. But now people be like,
Lego stars
is easy, right? Yeah. So
it means if you don't get a good offer here,
you can even say
offer the other.
Yeah,
the
true.
Other side, yeah.
It's very much so that we can just come back to saying good employment right? It's because and hole banchito ndojeba. And that's why and hajagalembedwa ntchito amakuzunzira. They are being used. Akumazunzira. Chifukwa chakuti they and hope lemba ntchito I need leverage. You guys don't have anywhere to go. So I can treat you anyhow so long as I give you 10 kwacha at the end of the month. You know? So nchimozi notika kandi chintu chimozi meji centralized udai industry ama businessman ndi basi. No, it doesn't have to work like that. You know? Because me not working with you doesn't mean uti sindupanga collaborate ndanthu ena ake. Or also, even nena kugwira ntchito limodzi, nena urayo ndi bitch nigga. It's okay for me to say urayo is fire. Nkukalemba so Facebook ura Bensam wasio. Ndokuzani bwana. Sure.
I don't know good.
Sure. You know, so it's because Matian kulinga uraenda naye paja that mwamba Matian alidere kulinga uraenda naye, you know what I mean? So inayo singango nori ayanzi grab and chiro needs to get for the collaboration ndi yabwino. But if it's not benefiting me, because collaboration it means pali ma brand awiri olo ambiri, right? Nde brand ine kunoda mu collaboration iyi.
But
Palibe chimene ndikupindulamo.
I think there are so many variables to this subject, right? Yeah, we cannot pin it down to one issue. In Malawi, also my mind said there are fans in Yambidi, Ndiopoira.
Yeah.
For example, let's say go photography issue. I can have a job which is a photography job. I'll just use a small amount.
Yeah.
Let's say it's paying me 100,000
Yes.
to shoot that job.
Yeah.
And I want someone to help me, and I offer that person 15,000 kwacha. I want you to help me. I'm giving you 15,000.
Okay, yeah.
So the guy comes over to work with me. We do the job, and we're waiting for payment. And later, this person finds out that I'm getting paid 100,000, and he'll flip.
Mulipasa 15 yo kabwanji.
15,000. Nyo mogolanjula 100,000. You know, I'm like, in this business, to get a job, that's the job.
Yeah.
The big deal is to get a job, not to do the actual job.
That's
And
true.
that's one. Two, you agreed to get
To 15K. Hey.
That's another thing.
Hey.
You know, we have had people in here. These are real circumstances. We know again. I'm a good Sagari model.
Yeah.
The car was going at 3 million. The guy gets a client. We'll leave it at 3.8. Gari model jena bida at 3.8. Later, the actual owner of the car finds out. Waja 8 hands. The guy anaguya. Mtu wana 3.8. Gari model now dandeka. And I'm like,
Bwana, in it, I have this lady that washes for me.
yes.
We have a fixed. No, she comes once a week. She does my things. Nde munade chijuzi chijaga charge ntengo wao kachifoti ndikunena nachigula 8 months. It doesn't make sense. Because akungochiyapa ngati zovala zanga. Kana nachigula bwanji. So that's the idea. Ndakubwera pen. Ase chituzi chimozi ndi bwanji. Mundu za chituzi chimozi ndi 5 pin. Okay, bo. Ndi gig nda president. Ukajambule chituzi chimozi. Ndikupasa 5 pin. Inomoja ndukapanga 1 million kwacha. Ukadana nani?
No, if I agree to 5K,
Basi.
not agree to.
Tatanabo.
Because a deal is a deal.
A deal is the deal.
That's why that quote comes with a
deal is a deal.
Is
Yeah. Mina just have to be maybe generous of me, yet. But Ben, I'm not going to boy and Chani since you're my friend.
Yeah.
And so 5 pin in I can't pin. But it doesn't have to be with you owe me this, whatever. On collaborations, I'll strongly say this. Find somebody that you can work with, and that will benefit you or your brand.
Must don't force collaborations.
Don't force.
And also reimagine.
I think another issue.
And re-strategize.
And I think another issue is on urgent credits. And when they choose to work with themselves or by themselves so that they can take
all
the entire credit.
Yes.
Ndineyo ndinapanga ichi ndinajambula ndekha ndinapanga edit ndekha sound ndinapanga ndekha lighting ndinapanga
sibwezi mafilimu akunjaja tikumapanga skip mbali ya umapereji casting. I don't think kuli muthu amene anaonera zimene
casting alipo anthu amene amaonera
ndikabweka
alipo anthu amene amaonera
specifically anthu amene ali mu industry when they want
especially
just to understand what's going on
even just for you
just need to see the competition.
Yeah. Because but
if you're a producer also, you want to see who helped this.
Yeah, time and go on a movie. Now didn't the Angwamba go on a movie yet? Or I was a matter movie and a jambrandi yanko. On it. Then the intro the manager, and if you're going to then do that. And the uncle D.
The same way there's a hit song and another music producer would want to hear the tag.
Pass.
And was like, this lay. Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, but like, Moyamanga Moon. No, I go down when I go to made my Gambia as a band. Another person that's very vocal and also doesn't care what people think is Cabo. Kabolomboy.
You talking about that short guy from Blanta?
I think the band is
kadansi kaja kakafupi kaja
ntalabo wambili
kanka kamanager kauje
Netman, yeah. So Capo wrote on his Facebook, let me read it aloud.
What did he say?
He said, somebody should check these betting companies. The figures being announced for winners don't make any sense. Kandeke gamene gaja sungawine more than 100 million. This is coming after one of the betting companies. Betpower, anabanga announce kuri muntu wina 100 125 million
125 million Malawi kwacha.
from Aviator.
Ka Aviator kandege kajoka ulusa.
Anapanga stake 1,000 kwacha.
Hey, the way he has used to city card up here.
Let's
Stake it.
take 1,000 kwacha.
The stake was 1,000.
What do city kind of stake, eh?
Yeah. You're mad. Yeah, so in Nkani, I've been saying these things. And I've had conversations with friends before with the guys. This is at the end of the day, we just, you know what? If they said it's true, then it's true. Timakani anangwale mpemene bajaba anawina 25 meter kwa anango kapa sa 5 meter, because now if somebody comes to me and say, Brandon, tufari go jambule ndiku pasa let's say 500,000 kwa tika kuzoti wawina 100 million 500,000 ndinayo ngati ndilibe, I would say yes, because I'm not losing anything at the end of the day, you know. I'll get that 500,000. They publish a story. But they publish a story of 25 million.
But then, if this was Premier Beriama soccer games, maybe I could have been like, okay, Mutama Tadampira Wambiri and Amazoma probabilities. But guys, Aviator. Kulu sagandeke.
Alla minima ugira meja. Mamu ano. Umaswera. Iwe. Umaswera. Uwe umaswera. I'm a bit rampangin brand ambassador.
I say nde ufake 1,000.
1,000 wajako mawina.
Ndeka sigwera.
Do you have the name of the one that win? That win?
Tangu kainza weka bini. Ndeka sigwera. 20 bini. 25,000.
50 100,000.
The betting company
1 million.
should explore working with us. Anyway, maybe next week they'll get this idea. But yeah, we could do a live betting here. Tutawaji in this just clean up.
Yeah,
we can actually collaborate with these betting companies.
Mr. Francis Chigudu. Ndamena win 125.
Also, we need to follow up with the winners and actually see if they are.
Oh yeah, that would be a good story. Because if
true.
nothing has happened,
their
you'll be
life changes.
surprised.
You can
What's going on?
Yeah.
But now, what I'm also interested in is talking to Kabo, because ngalalemba izizi ana indi
tango mwimbirani for
of tafunika bajema kwenda kubanga mabet akayanka uri basa
because of kuyimbira
akayanka uri basa
untu also wazochita
yeah nina age so
komase kuti uchidigirira se
mpaka na 125 million
patience imene yolo na madingo alibe
bars. Hey, I think it's a kind of segment in the bars. Whatever. It's the bar segment.
Hey, akangopangira kwa Evans.
Mene kama ulikira kanyinto kamene kaji.
Bars. Even na dusaja. Hey,
I think Kerione is on fire.
Ai, masa kamuza Grey urasoza kula.
Kamuza Grey ankatesa.
Kabolombwe. Yes, Kabo. You're live on the podcast with me, Brandon Jones. Hello, Kabo.
Yes, boss.
You're live on that podcast with me, Brandon Jones. Di humble as you.
All right, okay.
I say, ukumfeka ngati uli kubafa bwanje.
Oh yeah, my bedroom is too big, so.
Iko yendwa matama.
Mukule bedi.
Anu mukule bedi tu. Anu kule bega rundu nkala kumfeka yonto.
Sure, guys, what's going on over there?
Say, Basiru popping some Coca-Cola here with my boy, you know. Tango fala ma t-shirt da no kuda. Yeso kufuna t-shirt ye.
I need one.
Yeah.
I don't need one. I need one.
Pamenepo.
I say, timakambirana zao jini za Aviator. Mwati ndala winaka na wina ndrama zingati?
Okay, so I think another big power. I think that's 125 million.
Yes.
Is it 125 million or something like that, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, the madabu anazo. Atu akumawina. Zumakala banje because zinthu zawo anthu akukangati savanga zinthu za open kuti anthu tiziwe kuti kodi anthu awa kumawinadi are they really winning or they are not winning. Sure.
So what made you question these things? Have you ever?
All right. Yeah, that's a very good question, London. The reason why I'm a kind of person who always like question things. Sinema kufika bongo banga accept into kuti ichi akuti chiri chonje ndimafuna ndiziwe chilungamo chakura kuti ichi chinthu ichi kuchitika, but mainly when it's questionable things. Like I can give you an example. I'm one of the people that play this game. Imena kulena yaga aviator. My main worry was on nkhani ya aviator. Imena onena kuti anthu using aviator. Okay, because for example, ukapita pa page ya aviator you will see kunena kuti pamene pamakhala into 4 zimene zimachitika. So there is pa page ya paja pamakhala round history imene imakuuza how that plane is flying. Imakuuza pamene paja pati kuti apaenda ya 1.2 apaenda ya 1.4 something like that. Then palipo beteka which is Malawi. Palipo yamba and then pajuiri. Then kumusi wakeko kukapita, that's where they indicate the highest bets in how much money they are making. Okay, so for example, if I put 1,000, there's somebody out there like 5,000. There's somebody out there like maybe 100,000. 100,000, but it's going to be on top of everybody else showing okay, Adawa a bit using 100,000. In the chiga flew away. I'm sure there's a reflection and it shows you, okay, I've done 100,000 to take away. I win 200,000 or I put it about 300,000. But in my whole entire life of playing this game, I've never come across a situation you know 50 million, 60 million or 70 million. It's not indicated over there. Before I posted that, I was asking my friends, we were having like a debate. I was like, guys, look here, they're saying this guy won like 124 million or something like that. But then if you look at the statistics, over page, don't come at my statistics. They get you own and it because there's that transparency. We must wait. My own and they gets flying from 0. It gets to 20, it gets to 1,000 or one above and how much people are making. How come these people that are claiming to be making too much money, I mean, I declare as the winners, these people have never, we've never seen it from a statistics. We have said we winner. True. You see what I'm saying? So here's the thing. There are a lot of people that contacted me regarding this issue when I posted it on Facebook, and they were like, akabu kuti munthu awine chimaza jama so chikajama sumaona chimecho chitika koma kuzindikira wawina. Now that prompted me to write that. I was like, no, that means there's no transparency. It's like tili mu football pitch, mbali yako kuli bullets, mbali yako kuli wanderers. Mpira uja kumenyedwa masapota ali ground ali mastandi muja kukua and then mpira ukira midfield ground was a blackout in Dima minimum. Kena hope Ngamazaga Magisa Wuzan with Abuleta in a 4-0. You think people are going to accept that and say this is on?
No, never.
There's no transparency. Now I can give you a little bit of what I've observed over the past months. By 11 October, like last year, I don't know, 242 million. Premier bet.
242 million.
That was the 11 October. 3 weeks later, a bet power another they have paid out 1.4 billion in a week, and the highest bet got like 42.5 million. In the Manila Dramas is also 1.4 billion here, and I go to 30,515 people. When you say that, you have to look at the pattern. Like 11 October, I bring a bid and get that I pay 250 million. I bet power they're coming in, they're saying, okay, after 3 weeks, if I have 1.4 billion to 30,515 people. Now, as I bring a bid, I was engaged, not a premium bid, but bet power. I was engaged. We were November, that was November last year. That is a Ghanaian. He has won 841 million, 841.3 million.
Yes.
Which is close to $1 billion. Our now, Ghana. Our if so, how much money we win our 639 million command Rwanda. Now you get to ask yourself, the first person who won 841 million is a Ghanaian. The second one is a Rwandese. I'm not trying to say foreigners cannot win because that game is open to anybody in Malawi. I start to say the winner. But in my own thinking, this is my own thoughts now.
Yeah.
Because they know if they tell me what we the Blandon, if you have a number of Blandon, I'm going I'm just giving you an example of this, but if it's a Rwandese, how am I going to get to the Rwandese? Would I say win drama?
Wewe ase urangwena 20 million ase ungati boy banchi ndipo ungati nyase ukhoza kukubloga pa Facebook oloba WhatsApp.
Hello?
Okay.
Amanina ukuthi urati uwine iweyo deans when unenazo za tracing is it? It's easy. It's easy because now say kabo aiwe kabo nzatu iwe.
Hello?
Hello, siku mveka bulubili mveke ya pasi.
Ukuti mfaba?
Hello?
I got my headset and because I was just talking on loudspeaker and then in the phone. Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So yeah, if it's easy for us to call you even ababa. Nkubwira urase.
Kwase wendi muntu oti ndo matama ndi muntu oboa. Ndi utatu wawina oloka 20 million oloka 30 million. Ndi ase ungaya abwira anthu ntauni muno.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is if it's somebody else, the media, right? The media doesn't even question some of these things. Because, obviously, these big companies are better. Amapanga, radio stations, they use these big media houses to get their messages across. So I see the reason why you find that media houses, they don't question some of these things. These guys have to be put in check. There's something else Amabanga hide to us. They don't tell us the truth. It's what they are doing. Because they were saying, okay, but that person was not there. Of course, I understand Malu's a bit and if they have told me, Cowboy, you have won, I've got the right to say, and but how come this guy last year wasn't even there? And I'm going to in 800 million. The second guy, we have a million. The guy is not even there. Okay, but somewhere we have seen that I bring a bit. I want to be some other but then apart from Blandon and the rest of the guys, I'm telling you this. They can agree with me on one thing. Ukayangana ndi game ija mene umasewerera even psychologically game ija imaza ukaso ndikatosha pamakaka psychological
true.
Ukaiga 1000 yako bebe ntimo maita kudumpha mwamba
jasunga ise uluke iduse 100
omongo yangana se iduse
million kudusa wewe
hands ndoro waiga pin iduse 100,000 ifike 1 million iduse 30 million mpaka
there's something wrong. Somebody has to tell us something. And I want to go down to I'm a in competition because in announce win and our win. I mean, mistake I got Makala stake so I was only moving 100 watcher. But then they have seen it. But 200,000, 300,000, and this person has just won 400,000 or 500,000. They have never displayed information on Java. You never know who you are 100 million if you want to Java. I'm a big fan. We are going to 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later. What big company now with us and how does it work that way?
So it would be safe to say it would just be a marketing strategy. Would it debate in the hour?
Come again.
What I was saying was, it would be a marketing strategy. What the
in my own thoughts, I'll be honest with you. Many people can it's just a marketing game. You know, sell it and wholesale. Kukanga kupitsa ifendamenti win sokwambiri, something like that. And you should see kunena kuti mbuyo mwandu amene amawina kwambiri ana anthu onena kuti amawina chifukwa choika pa matches or sports or something like that. But panopo, if you have to look around, you see kuti aliyesa kukrema kuti amene akuwina ndi aviator. Why? You see kunena kuti according to their statistics, anthu amene akusera kwambiri panopo bet akumasera kwambiri aviators than the rest of the games. Football panopo andosayika kwambiri the site amasteke kwambiri ambiri akumasera aviator. Iwo ndi ayiona ndipo okay, let's capitalize on this. A lot of these guys are playing aviator. Which is I think is not true in a certain sense.
That's very true. Anyway, okay, so I just wanted to know what my sentiments are about in this post that you made, because in Abanga so cause mauji ina popcorn effect and when I saw number we is on
how they give us information in the how and kunja kujama verega information like jackpot kunja kuja powerful and whatever ama nena kuti munthu awinayo wina ndi wakundirande amapezeka amakuthula kuti wakundirande anena kuti munthu yesa anafuna tipenge chakuja kuti but there's that transparency. Journalists can go
and the question
ona ndi kuti anapanga di transfer dramas transfer of course they may not review kuti drama yalwa mu account ma Bensam drama yalwa ma Blando drama yalwa but that information is there kuti abuta now enough and if you go on YouTube or even on Facebook and search Yanganeza Powerful America also because of Bamabwira and Dituma statistics amaonesa ndithi kuti izinto izi zinachitikadi. But in Malawi amangoruza choncho basi everybody says that week you amapanga experience masales ambiri ukoko basi that's how they go about it. You find those people in authority, they don't even question some of these things. How are you doing your business? Either they know, but they deliberately try not to interfere with their businesses because these guys are investors in Malawi.
As a couple. Sorry, yes. I'm going to cut you short, but I'm really glad kuti unarenga nthawi yako kuti tiyankhulane.
Yes.
And this is very insightful for you. And when unalemba muja, they were just seeing the post. They didn't see where these sentiments were coming from. And I'm very glad we fails on the one part of the deal that usachirunga meji kwenda kuendera. Ngadali ndizonena atuze. Makampani aja. Ine ndikuthokoze mwapadera kuti thanks for this chat. Zinazija iwe utabwera kulilongwe.
Tabwera munangoti namiza kuti mubwera ku podcast. Munanamiza dziko la Malawi.
Tabwerani ticheze. T-shirt yanu.
I've been busy with a lot of things. We are not reviewing right now. There's a lot of things that we are doing in the background. This is what we are doing.
Komaso t-shirt yanu ya dano kuda. Tikupanga zoti tipange ship ndoti any of the days account number tikutumizirani.
Alright.
Anthu akona ngati anthu sakugula ati mugula nokha anthu agula.
Adani lipo ambiri ka muona karibu chepa.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Cheers,
Madala, I know Tsukulapo. Thanks very much for your time. Really appreciate you, man. Yeah.
Yes, thanks, guys.
All right, bye. Kantara ngoma kanena kadanzike nkanzera.
Yeah, kabona kanganzera fodi kama nkula fast hono.
Kana kachibwibwe. Chakaji kutha over time.
Afo bidu sina kantima choma kharugandikana nduje. Ndubongo.
You know what? Even if I call one Zaboza, but Zvena man as jet makes sense.
No, I think he brought a lot of
insight.
Yeah. Nimena magambira.
Makes sense.
He knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
He literally knew what I was talking about.
Also, I think this is what people online should learn. Whenever you bring out my allegations,
you should be able to back it up. You should be able to back it up and have information. And
the boss comes. Let me just read this thing for you to see. This comes really actually happens. And of course, this is not like a betting one. but it's similar. There's a story that is trending, is big, has been there for some time. I don't know if people have done a move on it already, but yeah, there's a story of a man who defrauded McDonald's. Refers to the infamous case of Jeremy Jacobson. He orchestrated a massive scheme to rig the McDonald's Monopoly promotion game over a period of 12 years, starting from 1989. Jacob was a former police officer who worked for Simon Marketing, the company that McDonald's had to oversee the security of the Monopoly game pieces. His job included ensuring the high-value game pieces were securely transported and randomly distributed. However, Jacobson exploited his position to embezzle winning game pieces. He would steal them and then distribute them to a network of friends, family, and acquaintances across the United States. In return, Jacobson received a share of the winnings. The scheme involved millions of dollars. I think it's 24 million worth of fraudulent winnings. It was finally uncovered in 2001 after an anonymous tip led to a federal investigation known as Operation Final Answer. The Jacobson and several conspirators were arrested and charged. Jacobson was ultimately convicted of multiple counts of mail, fraud, and conspiracy. Yep, but yeah, you have all these things happening.
Yeah,
it's not
so
like
I think
when people are saying this, they would eat good company or not. Because yes, Tipanga partner the Podcastmalawi. But people can do that. You can be my manager's own coach.
Yeah, this can also give you an opportunity to explain things further. This is a space where you can also.
These are theories coming from Zimzana again. So if you want to come clean, my brother. It's easy. Just come clean. You know. You can just say, management day. Kuno met my pangira ngini, timapanga jonchi. Simarenga information from people. We take it from the system.
Okay. I said horse's mouth.
System, okay, of which the same thing. System, you know. So whatever, man. Business. I say is looking at the internet, looking at the things. That's why it hasn't been known. My post and share about group watch. I'm coming in 1 minute. Yangu pangu post 1 minute ago. Because I'm always there. I'm constantly there. I'm constantly consuming information. I'm always on my phone. Yeah. But I've realized with it, but it is Wednesday. Phone. You know, I understand how it is. It's very social awkward for a person that's interacting with other people to be on their phone all the time. Yeah, I get it. But now I'm talking of a person that you are maybe engaging in coitus. Yeah, I'm talking about Kalimos, the whole weekend or the whole week. I'm telling our wanga go habit. Now, to what extent is it okay to use your phone around your significant other, around your bae? You know, how do you take it?
I think the biggest problem that people have is the addiction to using cell phones. So they use the time, which people don't even follow. Yeah. Find that they use the time in Minamakalaba phone is just way too much through the day.
Yeah.
Let's say Adzuka, Mama, Pagana Mazulu. And they spent 10 to 12 hours being awake.
Yeah.
The using time, yeah, phone equals always only 8 hours. So you can imagine.
Wadzuka 4 hours ago,
Wadzuka Pagana Kugona. 8 hours. Ulipa phone. And Kukufunsa to Madanibo. You will not even be able to explain what you are actually doing on the phone. Because family is just the addiction on being on the phone. And I think this affects my relationships, not just with baes, also with family and friends. Because people can go to dinner with family, a gathering or a get together. Most of the time they're on the phone.
Yeah.
Malmori, you should catch up with people. Malmoro, you should be able to create chemistry with the family and friends. You're just busy on the phone while you're eating even. So the etiquette is even no longer there. Yeah, so to me, I think the usage of phone, we really need to check it and we need to find that balance.
Yeah. So how do you balance it up? Because now I understand. Okay, when I have a significant other,
Yes.
that I'm not spending time. Let's say they're not in my home, in my vicinity. Tungo woman, I mean, like 2 hours within the day. I get it. I'll throw my phone away. But I'm talking of Bensam, when they get full time. Or manga so habit to some extent.
I think the bottom line is discipline. Discipline is the reason, like, why are you using the phone?
Okay. Yeah, why? Why? Okay. Policing mean your cover phone. Even boy for yan.
Because nkhani yokhala pa phone ndi anthu ena kuti anadzolowera kukhala pa phone. Olalibe chochita pa phone. They'll still take the phone, open it, and try to find something to do.
On the phone.
Simply scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on IG Reels. Ulibe chochita, koma you're addicted to just find something
Just being
to
on the
entertain
phone.
you.
Like, yeah.
Basi ungopeza china chake chokusangalasa.
Yeah.
Kumayang'ana ma reels mari basa chinawo china chakabwera pena pachomveserera kuti chani. You move on finding something else to entertain you. That is just an addiction, which you can actually stay away from, because if you miss a little bit of entertainment, you're not even losing much.
Yeah, true.
You know?
True.
Yeah, so discipline is the main issue. Etiquette.
Changing the ball and these are the people that are missing a lot on the timeline. Because timeline hapa internet ndi emotes sana mzani. Yaba Facebook ndi emotes.
What do you mean?
Kuna isaga ya Twitter. Enaga tumsa message tenda mwache nato mtila message mwachedwa tu. Anzana sangalala gale mwachedwa.
Yeah, but for example, during that saga kuti ikuchitika and you're in a business meeting, me, I'd rather stay away from the phone and concentrate on
Yeah, okay. Then ndukuzeti. But chimozi sime mfano nene. Anthu amene amaona makomenti ambiri or maposta ambiri during that saga. Anale anthu oti si ineyo. Mozoti maposta amene ona ineyo. Ndamene anthu tuzira ma screenshot. Okamenda pangidwa mention. No, because so ndikapangidwa mention ngangona kuti kuli hate speech. Ndikata ana otokwa na satana inu sindikupanga nawo zimeze. Fire!
Ambaleze.
Komano, okay. What's the healthy use of a phone?
It's simple. You know, the first time I experienced etiquette ya phone, kuna bwela nzungu from Holland, and anibanga invite to dinner. A man.
A land of hoes.
Oh. So this guy's name is Art. He's based in Holland. And actually in the matches and the so we went for a meeting and he expressed himself like zatu zachikuda zozolowera kuti masi muli pa table watenga phone. He expressed himself like I don't really appreciate kuti we're here discussing things. Mukutenga phone kumatani kumapanga zina ndizini. From where we're from, we usually put phones away and we discuss things. So that was Kalikali. And I learned something. And Panoba, it's a big problem because people are addicted to Twitter. They don't want to miss anything. They're with a boyfriend. They still want to check out like what's going on. But gist is not really important when you have things to do, when you have family to attend to, when you have a boyfriend to give attention to. Because what's the point you're on a date with your man and you're still busy trying to keep up with the world?
True. You know? True. Kumaso ndingini yoringa riba internet uipeza.
Yeah, the issue is you find a gist pomwe kuteta weso ulipati ulipoma.
Ulinkat.
So that's the biggest problem.
But yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Addiction man Niger ilibo. Because I think Antu, we are addicted to new information and we don't know it.
Yeah.
Like
there's a lot of addiction, yeah.
Even the addiction news.
Yeah, everyone is addicted to some extent, but
it could be news and there's gossip. News the entire news.
News, right? Usaidenga the news, it's new information. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because everything that you're looking for, like Panoba, people don't want to check in Kanyaka. Want to check what is happening now. So even if it is a guy's song, it has to be a song for today, something of that nature.
Yeah.
But this addiction that you're talking about is very important to understand that at some point we are losing ourselves to these things, and even the romance Ben was talking about is being lost in relationships. People say that only to meet, but everyone is on the phone.
Yeah.
Right. And then people even there was an analogy. I don't know if I can find it, but it was like people were anali bafoni kucheza kutali pafupi like taligana kind of they meet in a relationship, they're having sex, and when I send bafoni while they're doing it after atamaliza kuvala so they're continuing with the phone.
I think it's a shame because the people right now that don't really experience the actual romantic scenarios that people used to have. The experience of
romance,
like the experience of enjoying quality time.
No, not these days.
No.
These days,
and you enjoy the person's company.
no.
And you enjoy that person's company.
The conversations these days is, hey, we wanna eat?
Ndio ndio phone. Waona hichi? Ndio gani naiona gari?
That is boring.
So imagine there, as a man, you're there on a date with a chick. You have ordered food, drinks, and everything. And from the beginning, she is eating and
she's on the phone.
Oh, she's on the phone. And you're telling a story, she's on the phone. All you can get is a Yeah, you ask a question to see if she was listening. She's like, ask what?
So what did it happen?
You see?
Low. But you know, at the end of the day, Shima Banzoti Zuksong is also antaminally legit on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being legit on the phone is when something important you cannot.
That's what I'm saying.
You cannot now you have to address. You address it.
Yeah, you're saying
address it. Excuse me.
Let me
it's an important
focus on this.
Which?
But also,
what you do also is you can ask, may I pick this call? It's just etiquette, boss.
Yeah.
Even in my meeting,
I want to excuse myself.
They're like, no.
Do it. Yeah.
If you just take that call and you don't address it, it means you don't value the people that you're with. And my meetings, you don't even have to have your phone on the table. You actually put it away. Literally away, like you don't have a cell phone. It simply shows that you're giving the entire attention to the people that you're with in that room. Yeah.
I think there are a couple of things. But you know, Malawians, we don't look in each other in the eyes when we're talking. Yeah, we have that. The thing is, like, sometimes I've appreciated Mana Makacha Zena. I don't want to say Zungo because it's like we're creating a white savior. Nah, not a savior.
Yeah.
But it's an issue of Fukuti. When it comes to conversations. One is nodding.
Yeah.
When you're having a conversation with a white person, they will make sure they are encouraging the conversation.
Yes.
Kama Malawi, tiangamba no basi phone. Ndipo what I say, mtu unakuwa phone, kana kwa you have disappeared, you are back.
You so now.
So I think that culture of even looking into someone's face, someone's eyes rather, while they're talking and nodding, allow them to speak. They're done, and you come in. Or maybe you pause them if you think you're going to forget their point and you want to make sure that you address it right away. Yeah. It's something that we need to learn. With the urge of technology, it's going to be a difficult one.
Now, and also the idea of getting these gadgets when you're not ready. I don't want to say at a younger age because my gadgets they're not ready. Yeah. So it's okay to be on your phone. You have to respect the company that you have. Guys, I'm not on my phone, not because I don't want to be on the phone, but because I'm with people, we're conversing.
Another thing that we don't really understand is the amount of influence these social media platforms can give to us consciously and subconsciously.
Yes, sir.
And mostly subconsciously. There are so many things we can learn from this space that we put ourselves in. Like there was a time I once knew this girl. She was Twitter.
I once knew. You don't know her anymore.
She was the Twitter person.
Yes.
There's a girl used to fuck. Oh, yeah, uncle. What are you, uncle?
My goodness. I said, what's wrong with you? Let's move on.
But it was classic, eh?
Oh,
this
yes.
He said,
Tanjoya. Okay. Used to. You don't fuck anymore.
It's like someone, eh?
So I once knew this girl. So I'm on the Twitter go up show, said myself. And Twitter Malawi, Ndimalodi, if you want to trend, it's either you're posting something that is provocative or negative.
Trolling. Yes.
Trolling someone. That is mostly the only way you can actually get traction.
Yeah.
So being in that space where you want to get retweets, you want to get more likes, you have to post something that is going to affect someone's emotions. And she was one of those people that are posting in to traction, and you have to make sure that every time. Now, you're getting that negativity so buried in your head, and your thinking bends to that. Could you know? Uzoganiza ma negative.
Moyo wako ndo meno basi.
Basi omalo wano ku life imene jodi ndi wa negative basi. But umakhala kuti sukuziwa kuti no wangolowa za negative.
Sumaziwa.
In a relationship yako also in real life. Imamba kukhala za negative.
Za negative.
So ngangoganiza kuti nzanga wanena ichi koma ndingomuyankha mwa trolling. Osazoti ndi mwana.
Yeah, no, it's serious.
No, kuti wayamba mwano bene wajabo.
You know, in a way, I like that how you put that. Because in real life, 2 years and that, I'm always quiet. More especially and what isn't waziwa. I must say that because I know that you already know my skeletons. You even clean them with me. So, and how did I say, Brandon, sumangula kwambiri bwana. Meno masokosera about podcast moja. Because now, like I've always said this, even on the 100th episode, I was like, you know what, this is my thought process. You know, ngakensa kulongo wanu makando gani. You get what I'm saying? So this is the only space okay, it's a safe space to me, you know. Because he understands the motive. Facebook.
Companies and kinds of how social media.
Yeah, so
ndimafuna kuyakoma nondo asala ina vyose mene ntanke siyabwino
Yanka. What's all this like?
I'll blame it on B after all. Let's move on.
So yeah, ideally, that's what I'm saying with it. It also applies to when I'm on social media. Yeah, and
yeah,
you know.
No, but the problem with social media is huge, and people don't say it from kids.
Yes, because we're so buried into instant gratification.
Yeah,
but when you look at are you really gonna be proud of what you do?
Bana, ine maona za 12 zina zake. Tena madodo ase chechi different. Bana post again. So we wanna post pali suffix.
So
suffix. Ahoy Mr. Yesu. One of the biggest artists.
Yes.
Kuma orado aone post right? Munango ka proud of the journey. Kuma he wouldn't be proud of the whole presentation.
Yeah.
But how many
the day?
You know, palima memory ya Facebook which tikabwa nina target John
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, but my fear is about how we're losing ourselves. Like there's this genuine person in you that is being defeated every time you're consuming content.
Yeah,
I've ever had this conversation somewhere. I think I even posted it a while ago where I was saying, "Goody, I don't consume a lot of content, and this is what I do. That's why I don't subscribe to my page. You
really have
because I want to protect my mind.
It's a diet. It's like eating food. You get to choose what you need to eat.
Yes.
You know, if you're eating pizza every day, it tastes nice, but you're going to be obese like at the end of the day. So you get to choose what you feed. The content you have to feed.
Your mind.
Yeah, like that's why I've always said, like it's hard for me to have a conversation with a guy or a girl who goes for me goes, but you hey, one day you
You're dropping names.
I'm just saying. Okay, do you see that? They understand because it's a platform, right?
Yeah.
But we can be like, you hear me because, my God,
I don't think it's so excess so can converse with these people.
Now they can't converse. That's what
It's
just
smart.
No, Access is a smart guy. He's
Yeah.
a businessman.
But you find good people are like that. And the same people that Podcastmalawi, and you look at the person who hey, you, Okay, you look at the person.
Now, these are people who are in a space where they cannot separate real life and social media life.
asende
Yo.
comment imene yandiwaza apapa masiku awa atakutuluka munthu akupanga follow akupanga so comment
Tokufanisa koma.
tokufanisa indi page watuluka nthawi zanji we yetu ndi wathu
Tilimozi, yosadandaula.
Sukuchoka.
ndinake so
Your perspective is going to change very soon.
yeah
Sometimes it's not that we're not right.
we are
It's just
right
that
now
we're not right now. We're not right now.
ndinake so I promised one of my people kuti nkhani njanapanga aida chika chaps pa social media
Yes.
We're going
She
to
made a
address
post which had
You
traction.
can read it.
yeah please
See if you
read
can
it
call.
yeah you can see please read it for me
Call.
yeah akuyangana oh anatumiza okay cool I can read it okay so this is what Ida Chabs wrote. Boyfriends are here to love us, not to fill your childhood
Fulfill.
desire. Yeah,
Not fulfill.
fulfill.
Chifukwa kama unarisuta chizungu. Tambiraso.
Let me help you read it. Boyfriends are here to love us, not to fulfill your childhood desires and things your parents didn't afford to buy you back then. You are not an adopted child. You are in a relationship, and it's your responsibility as a woman to look good and smell good. No one is liable for your needs, and that private part was intentionally made for sex and to bring life to this earth, not to buy you groceries and expensive weaves you cannot afford.
Oh my goodness.
Your boyfriend mustn't suffer for your parents' failures. It's not his fault. Hashtag extracted.
Mr. Jones.
Aida alibadwa mane.
Aida, tibase umajana ukufuna
Kwani mumajana Ida?
So I think when she made this post, so many people were triggered about it,
Yeah, true.
and especially ladies.
Ladies, yeah.
I don't know. Should we try to give her a call?
Let's try to give her a call just to explain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuone uri amaganiza jani.
Because when it comes to from a fellow lady, the call is weight.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Yeah.
Franco?
omamukwaimbirawo sakuyankha chonde yesaninso.
Try it again.
For the last time.
Super grand sakuyankha bwanji super grand.
Chairman.
Like my super grand ndama gym.
My boss. No, she knows how to take care of herself.
Yeah.
Mm.
True. Also, how do you have a number also?
Aida. We used to go to the same gym.
Ah, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Also, that's one I got. I just want to go to the
She's at a wedding somewhere.
because of kuteka. Because by January kuma ku salon.
Yeah.
omamukwaimbirawo
She can comment on another one, but
Yeah.
just my take on that one is, this story of women being dependent on men is true. Remember, there was an episode we were talking about that most of people are in relationships or marriages out of convenience because they want to take care of their needs.
Yeah.
If their needs were to be taken care in a different way, you were not the priority.
Yeah.
That's why we were talking, I think, about sex that time in terms of performance.
Yeah.
Because most of it's subjective though.
If
right?
they're not performing because it's you.
It's you. They don't perform because it's you. Koma patangubwera kanzungu aito gurubuka panga zibidi goliro.
Bleach.
Bleach. That's because it's someone else. And they're thinking about. But all I was saying is there's that kind of biasness. Because women are like prizes to an extent. Of course, it's a bad word to use. They treat us, most of them treat themselves as prizes. So they don't want to associate with a loser.
Because they are that prize, only a winner
has to get it.
I was talking after that issue we discussed the other episode. Some lady texted me and she said, "Ladies must not be good in bed." So
Must?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Slow down.
Fuck.
Like out of curiosity, I was like, "Why do you say that?" She said, even if you are performing good in bed, your man is going to cheat anyway. So what's the point? So I'm like, but where is the logic in that? Don't you think if you don't perform, you're just going to make things worse? Isn't that a more enough reason for you to
be cheated on and be stupid?
Yeah, so it doesn't. I'm like, logic, yeah, I think because they don't even want to try, even once they get into a relationship. They just met you. They already have a plan like, okay, I'm not going to give him this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to love him a lot.
You are not what they're looking for. That's why I can go to about TikTok about guys anagwira nizungu ise munampeza bwanji ukapeza chilaini chantu titani tipite part. And do you know girls are going on Tinder to be smashed, not thinking they'll get ukwati?
Bro, I keep saying those are dating apps. A dating app is not really
not
a place
a marriage app.
Unakana kupanga ojeni anakususa zimenezo kubana uri iwe ati nanga dating ndendi. Dating is getting to know each other. I can know you in your pants but not want you near my children. That's, you know?
Yeah. When it comes to most of the ladies, as far as I can argue now.
Yeah.
Not that all of them. This side of, when it's an African thing, and every woman, as far as I've heard in most of the circles, they're looking for that day they'll get mutuandalama.
And here's the thing. And I think I'm a nena so aida ujoguti anakwata ndamunage because of mina ndalama.
Oh yeah.
Kuti uchendi mwana and ndamunage ndakule. And there was one time she was posted and when they were slamming her on me cause, hey, you amuna konda achikulire. So I'm like, what do you mean achikulire? Do you know how old she is? People had no idea how old she is.
People had no idea.
She is in her 40s. And the what do you
mean?
No, she's just taking care of herself.
And
someone in her 40s.
And I was surprised she got married 20 years ago.
Hey.
I think it's 2 decades. Yeah, 20 years ago. And the pictures all got dark. Yeah, that guy was another uncle. But if you now look at the time they have been together, yeah, it's a justifiable. In fact, even if someone marries like a granny who's about to die, who cares?
Who cares? Because okay, another thing is
unless if you're looking for money.
Also, the age difference is not even.
It's not like
it's not dramatic.
It's not dramatic, eh?
So you're down to Mpagan.
Yeah, but TikTok it.
Sina kadona agenda gym. Ajugulira gym savangana.
What I like about Aida is when Magosa Jedi, Aida Mavanga gym. You know, and then to even already, let's assume we decide she's not married. Abwe mu dating we are fair. Think to throw up my high, my dear.
Okay, Zambik. Come on, let's go back to the issue. The issue is most women are parasites.
That is Zambik.
Okay, I know time is gone, but yes. The issue is most women are parasites. They're serious. Okay, I'll give you an example. If you go to a date with a lady, you're paying in most cases. You're driving, you're putting the fuel. And in most relationships, if you mutakamata kubola, fonio anagula mamuna. Whatever clothes mamuna. Can I say mamuna? They are the bow.
You know, boss.
But don't you see what there's a problem with this, a psychological issue that is in most of the women in terms of dependency syndrome.
Yes. Dinaika post ina ke analemba de Guzman kaminjolo.
Guzman. The Guzman.
I think status yachoka, but I can easily go to his page. The Guzman, his did you know what the Guzman in Mbale wake wachina ujen?
Machina GD.
They are devils.
Ah, say.
Marcus and GD.
Kola mundu zindani. Ndikumpukira umpano.
So his post anaipanga post zulu. So he said, kale tukumpasa nkazi ndalama amakukanira nkukuza kuti you can't buy me. Sine hule.
Yeah, it was true.
Lina kuti so he goes on asking kuti linapita kuti dziko limenelo. Because things have so much changed right now that
Aida. Yes, sir.
Oh,
since we are talking about
speaking of the devil right now.
Hello, Ida.
Ida Chabs.
Hello.
I know you're busy, but we just wanted a little bit to ask you about the post you made on social media about my relationships. You're live on Podcastmalawi right now.
You sound very low.
Can you hear me?
You have to raise up your voice.
Can you hear me right now?
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, ndimati timafuna upeleke ma views pa post unaika ija ya ma relationships about atsika na mina kumakhalanga tamafuna ziuza anyamata.
Okay, what do you want to hear?
Okay, so it was.
You want me to talk about the post?
Yes. Because panabwera ma mixed reactions. And when I get akudana nawe, ndizimene yankhula zija. Now.
Okay, so in a post, I wasn't pointing at anybody, but I was trying to stress point of what is happening. If you see, men are people who are born. I think alindika kaigo konena kuti I'm a man. I can do chili Johnson Jofunigira. I can provide for my family. I can provide for my girlfriend. Even in times where they cannot provide, they still try to provide and end up being mugongore.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Because they don't want to lose that ego konena kuti I'm a man. And in so doing, they are depressed.
Yeah.
You know? Because they are stressing their financial capacity. Ali bendrama. Even if you check now, check last year's ujeni suicide numbers. Opanga check amena kufa kwambiri amakhala zibambo not as mine. You see on the list mwina antu 200 amena anazimangirira kapena anafa anamwa mankhwala ola anatani muzao naonena kuti pa 200 women could be mwina 15 or 20 175 180 ndazibambo chifukwa chani because analowa mungongole zosayembekezereka. They wanted to impress a woman. And my point is, whether people will love me, they will hate me, my point remains the same. There are people who are diverting the issue. No, Aida, anakwatira bambo, anankanka. Who told you kunena kuti capital imene nayambira business inaliyochokera kwa bambo? Ine I had a good job. I saved my money. I took my pension. I started my business. I'm where I am. And ndikamangola zinthuzo. Ndimapanga stress point yonena kuti azimai aziziyimira pawoka. It's not bad kupempha chinthu kwa mwamuna wako kapena kwa boyfriend wako. Koma anthu ena ake anantenga boyfriend or husband ngati mpamba. Akupanga stress azimuna mmakomomu. Mwamuna azimpangira chilichonse nkazi. You are not doing anything and you expect a man to do chilichonse for you. Why can't you wake up one day and say, amunanga, ndamva kuti kweya inga kugulisa maploti ama 500,000 ndenda kugulira ni ploti. We expect a man kuti azili basa ife ploti. We expect a man ati basa ndrama yori tipitile konjoya. We expect a man ati gulire makeup, perfume, expensive perfume. When did you last buy chili Johnson for your husband and you asked your husband, today don't do anything. Mwezi uno musabange chili chonse pakhomo pano pano.
Ndipanga ndineyo.
Zimene muli nazozo sungani tizabangire zina zake olo I save tizapitire ku holiday ine ndipanga chili chonse pakhomo. Koma we expect mwamuna kuti azipanga chili chonse. Ndati kuwaja azibambo acha. Azibambo sakumakhalisa mmakomo munama mwalira. Chifukwa yali tiri kuwapasa mtendere mwamuna amafunika so mtendere umene ife timafuna kuchokera kwa zibambo ndeine ndikayankhula anthu because they already have that head kumseri kwawo komanso iwo anazolera kupanga zimenezozo amangobwera ndi kunyoza malo moti iwo atengepo mfundoyo. Why do you keep stressing ujeni poti angokopera ndakopera kumene ndalemba extracted koma imvani uthenga umene ndikunena uthenga umwe aumva kapena mungolowera basi kungofikira kunyoza mverani uthengawo chimene ndikutanthauza then muziyamba malo monyoza funsani unena kuti kodi amapa umatanthauza chani iwo akungonyoza koma zibambo kukutika tikudziwa tonse timadziwa iniyo ndina zibambo amene muli pamene popo
Aida
ndidziwa unena kuti azikazi amakuzunzani ma-inbox wewe kupempha ndi bando yomwe munthu bando yoti utazigulira wekha mwamuna ayo akafuna kupangira chinthu azipanga yekha kuchokera pansi pa mtima unena kuti let me do this for my wife, let me do this for my girlfriend. Koma usakhale burden munthu mwamuna azipanga regret kuti kodi awawa nakwatiriranji. If we are doing my businesses, we own my buildings, ndalama zathu za mtuma ndife zitsiru kapena ifeyo ndekuti sili na uzidwe bwino unena kuti kubanja mupita kumuzika panga ndalama munthu kumachita kumumva anena kuti chaka chino nde ndikwatire yaire ndiyanditopesa.
Okay, Aida, can you hear me? Okay, fine. You know, there is an analogy made makambira panopa kuti kale munthu mati kutenga ndalama kumpasa mkazi amapeza kuti aukana kuti pachibwenzi iya sindifuna kuti ukhale ngati kundigula iyayi ineso ndimazimira pandekha koma itangobwira kachama 2000 guys ndichani what happened
ngoganiza zomupasa weka 200,000 ali mukanonjezerapo 300 mundu ndangoganiza ndekatu simunandipemphe ndalama enda ndikupase nkoni 300 ndendonjezereso 200 nzako ndikutikira mpaka nandachita ukatenga loni kuti iweyo usangalale koma afuna be 500 zigawenga zazimayi masiku akupambana tikumayenda ndi ndidi tikamayenda tasamba taphoda chimene tikuganiza nchonena kuti anthu atipase ndalama. That's why olo mutati muone anthu akungonyengedwa paliponse chifukwa choti akufuna ndalama mwamva.
That's true.
We want to look slay, we want to look beautiful using other people's money. Why don't you look slay? Why don't you slay? Why don't you look beautiful using your own money? But there are very few. I mean, not everyone. So if I get the princess or house and who Agumali we hear Miguel Yano Mukara Aziko Kalandi Miguel Mamata Punzi. Instead of coming to me to ask for a business idea, and then I would Ida. There is only 200,000. Let me tell you, you know what? If you're not doing anything, your husband or your man gives you 300,000. Before you start spending it, you think of how can I multiply this money?
Exactly.
I know it's little, but what can I do? We are surrounded by friends. I mean, I'm a zintu. 300,000. Ndiodele chakuti ndiya guliseko kaya zinzangawa ikabereka na ndija profit. All we think is andigulira iPhone ndikapempha 300 yangu saluni andipasa nkagula Brazilian inu azichimwene atulu amene mukuwapanga zimene zozo
Aida
ndikakhala panopa ndikafotokoza basi ifeyo tinyozedwe alinene ina ndimadziwa kuti ndakwatira munthu wankulu. And I've been married for 21 years, for God's sake.
That's a lot of years. They
are just wasting their time because then I make my own money and I enjoy my money. I fly, I go wherever I want to go using my own money.
Aida, you are married. Akupeza leverage uti uyu wangu yankula zimene zizindosa kwatira, but you're married and you're also married to somebody that's leveraged tikamakamba ndrama. And you're also talking about you were employed mpaka unapanga resign. People don't know how old you are. amaona ngati ndiwe mwana anthu amaona ngati ndiwe mwana
ineyo I had to resign 2010 nimagwira ntchito yanga yabwinobwino koma you know why I resigned because nimaona kunena kuti the responsibility that I had ndi ndalama zanga sizimakwanira napanga resign not kuti amuna angayo ndikhale burden ya amuna anga napanga resign unena kuti ine ndamuna anga ndalama zathu tikaphatikiza tizita kupanga manage home tizita kuthandiza achibale amene mulungu anatipasa timakhala nawo nyumbamo inenso ndizita kumadzipangira zinthu zimene ndikufuna mopanda stress because ndimaona unena kuti tinali ndi udindo waukulu nasiya ntchito yanga a well paying job for those who know me akudziwa unena kuti aidatu anali pa ntchito yabwinobwino ntchito yonena kuti mafoni paid for upasidwa fuel, you go to Blanda, they pay you allowance in dollars. That's the job I had. Koma ine natuluka mu office aliyense amaona ngati ine mene ndikupanga mutu wanga sukuyenda. Even my boss asked me unena kuti mwapanga ndi chiganizo chanena kuti niyo mufuna musiye ntchito. I told myself unena kuti okay, ndalama ndikulandira, let me not relax because I saw unena kuti nditha kupanga business. That's why ndinatuluka mu office. And nthawi imene yo ndikanakhala munthu wina wake wongoganiza zonena kuti oh no, my husband works for the Reserve Bank. Ineyo I have a good job. I nemo kuti sinkanapanga business, sinkanasiya nkupita umakakhala vendor, kumakazungulira umakasenza matumba, kumakasenza majani ku South Africa kumayenda osa umotuwa. Koma ninaona unena kuti no, I need money and ineyo I'm growing. Kumene ndizikulako, kumene ndizikalambako ndikhala ndi chani. That's why I decided kuti ndipange business. Business amanena kuti munthu popangira ndalama sumasanga. Anthu ena amapanga manyazi ni ma business. That's why I take my pictures nditasenza zimatumba. Kwaonesa anthu kunena kuti when I want to slay, when I want to enjoy my money, I can do chimene ndikufuna. Koma ndikakhala ku business ndimakasenza zimatumba zimene.
Business basi,
kumaonesa pamene paja kumapanga ti ma videos. I'm telling people, I don't want to kuti sindu kunena kuti anthu ena akandiyamikire. Koma ndafuna ndiziona unena kuti anthu azina kuti koma aida amakhala for the 3 ndamu nake amapanga zakuti kwaona ndiwasenza chithumba ichi. Mwaona? Zimene ine ndimatanthauza kamaonesa anthu ma video otero. Koma iwo kwawo kunyoza aphunzira bwanji, uwaphunzisa bwanji business, olokakhala ndi idea, uwapasa bwanji idea imeneyo.
Chimene mafani fusa aidete nchokuti do you think the internet era ndimene kuti pweteka because now ayesaka mapanga zimene zijaza makhadi kwawe yaduka anaimba ndiye
it's okay. It's okay.
All right, that was Ida Chabs.
So you have it there from her, you know.
Yeah,
you have to understand
her voice ushering in some female.
Yeah, she's one of the social media influencers and she's been running her own page discussing about relationships as well. And she advocates for ladies and men as well. She's not biased.
No, she's not biased.
And as she has said, she's an entrepreneur. She has a retired husband. I mean, like a good Reserve Bank.
Yes, one of them resign.
So she's been married for over 20 years.
21 years, Banopa.
I said over.
And I know one banga emphasize 21 years, Banopa.
But 21 years to be exact.
Okay. So I think in Tainage Utimakandi resistance. Yeah. When someone affects our belief system, we immediately want to fight.
Attack.
Without even trying to reason.
From what stand is this person saying these things from?
As much as Ida may look young, I think she's a wise person because she's been around. So wisdom comes with it mostly. So yeah. And my insights Baba from a perspective via Nzimai. Nzimai akuganiza motero. Nzimai even when they are grown, good mindset yao. Ndio mwe jana ndizaka mwina 19, 23.
Mwamuna wanga wewe ndio usindipangira.
Nzimangaji jose.
As my bit of in they make money. Pano olo mamuna ra short ndio nkaza mbezo sapisa ntumba.
Mugona ninja.
Ndio
drama
suna gule ndio.
So I think that's the thing. I don't know what mina ndi my cultural beliefs on my agenda. Because remember now tingama sinta narrative or thinking tugena so kuona mendu kuyogera as people, as a culture. Kaja tunhenage mapezatu kamba zinzopoira in regards to whatever industry you're trying to advocate for, yeah? Industry ya marriage. You find the industry. Industry ya marriage. timapeza kuti tikunena kuti mzibambo akunena upanga provide, of which situkukana akuyenera upanga provide. But iweyo uli ndalama wankaziwe mbamboyo zamvuta cause ndi life imachitika. Alright, today you have 100 maul ndi 0, you know, so I'm with a person ora ndi 70,000 ku account wake ine ndilibe kali kwa tsiku limenelo. Do you think it's fair for them to say yeah palibe drama ndizanga zokhazo?
My money is my money. Your money is our
money.
That's the thinking.
And actually, they strongly believe in this. They actually believe in it.
Yeah, they do.
Strongly.
They do.
And these are the very same people who say they're independent women.
Independent to what? Independent.
The irony.
Independent to what?
We have to go. No. We have to close.
So anyway, if you have comments and remarks over these issues, please leave a comment and make sure you subscribe and follow for more subjects and issues.
But yeah, I don't know what merch is out, but it's limited stock.
Limited edition. It means we're not printing too many of them.
No. I mean, number we are done, we are good, we are dusted. So follow, subscribe, like, and also my partnership you know, UNICAF and my courses are free, my short courses are free.
Which I'm also going to subscribe to and enroll.
Yeah. So guys, because we cannot stress this enough, you know? Education is funigida. So if you want to learn something, short course UNICAF. If you want to know about UNICAF, privilege. This is us in your homes. Because UNICAF, but just, you know what I mean? So this is it.
Okay, Cloud9 is one of our partners. They sponsor this show. They have a studio. Shut the hell up.
Wait. Cloud9 is a photo studio. So if you want to take memorable photos and you want to capture your memories, go to Cloud9 Photography, ku Area 49, China Houses.
China Houses, go.
Yeah, so if you just ask go to Cloud9, they'll tell you where. They are partners. We enjoy their partnerships because you
can believe me, they take nice pictures because I'm also a photographer, so I'm saying the truth. They take really nice pictures. You know, so you can go there, SABA'S Kitchen. I'm a pick a ball. If you have events, my conferences, Ugwati, Jani, tapezina mino. Oloka bridal shower ga jako za kupangira ni za kuja kumene kuchako.
Ukutija?
Allah iwe.
Ali. Komaso I don't know.
Tima snagi tima nagi di jama banga.
I don't know kuda gule. Oloera.